Hello there and welcome to the Johnny Siam channel here on the good old YouTube. Today Steve Perrin has his tips of the week and also maybe his thoughts about a certain genre in the YouTube world. We'll be reviewing a few YouTube channels and of course talking about anything that we or you decide to chat about. So sit back, grab a drink, join the chat or panel if you wish. The gang is here, Stephen Clark, Steve Perrin, myself, and the channel host, Mr. Johnny Siam. So with the theme, the thumbnail, and especially to make Mr. Clarky extremely happy, wait for it, Thunderbirds are a go.
Oh, geez, Andy. Right. Well, just give us a couple of minutes, mate.
No, that wasn't a cue. That was an intro.
I got to find it.
No, I didn't cue you into a video. I just said the thumbnail is Thunderbirds, which I have quite sort of no idea why. But no.
Oh, well. All right, hang on. Let me. I just woke. Yeah, okay. Let me fix things. So, what happened to Andy? He's busted. Oh, he's broke his internet connection, has he?
He might have hit the wrong button. He'll come back.
He's down below. Device not working. I'll put him. Yeah, okay. Oh, I'll add him or what? I don't know if you. I'll have to wait for him. Yeah, the internet's not as good as it was over here, John. It really isn't. Oh, never mind. Let me find that video. Yeah. I'm so used to Steve Perrin doing it when we were doing it on What's Up Thailand. Steve used to do all this stuff. I can find it. And plus, you can't load them on the free version. Sorry, you guys, Steve?
Do you want me to find it?
Yeah, if you could stick it out. Oh, you can't. Yeah, if you could get it, mate. I'll
Hold on, give me a minute.
fucking put it.
I think I've got it somewhere. No, I've got the images. I haven't got. I don't think I've got the video. Hold on. Wait. No, I haven't got the video.
Okay, hang on. Let me have a hunt for it. Okay. All right. What happened to you? Johnny die as well, did he? Turned his mic off. Oh shit.
Yeah, I just turned my mic off and whatever, but yeah.
This is a good start. It's a good start. I like this.
Well, it is professionalism. It is professionalism.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I've got it, but I won't fucking do that. Oh, well. Yeah, 1 second. Okay, try that. Okay, got it. Okay, we're in business. 1 second there. Well,
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Hang on a sec. Share the screen. Andy's back. Boom. Look at that, Andy. Share the screen. Presentation. Oh, he's gone again. He's got internet problems. Share screen.
Share screen and it'll come up and then we'll present it.
Yeah. I guess that one, isn't it? Yeah. I don't want to put any porn up, John, by accident. Tell me if it's got the volume.
Can't hear anything. You haven't pressed go.
Yeah.
No volume. You didn't
No
click the volume.
I know. Remove. Close. All right. Do it again. Steve Perrin used to do this with a breeze, man. He was so professional at it. Video file. Wait a minute, man. Make yourself comfortable.
Okay, look, I'll put mine up. We were going to save it for a smoky break. I'll put mine up now, and
You enjoy it? Yeah, go on.
We can do yours for a smoky break later on. How's that?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so it's Perrin's tips of the week. Somebody just has to load it. It's up there now.
Yep, there it is.
Perrin's tips of the week. Number 1 tip of the week. The often found menthol nasal spray, nasal inhaler, I should say, found in Thailand. I'm sure you've all seen one of these if you visited Thailand. It's very similar to what my mother used to use when I was a nipper, was Vicks. You used to put a little bit under your nose, and I think they've got nasal sprays as well now over there. So the idea, very simply, is it's full of menthol. Pop that up your nose, take an inhale, and it gives you a nice dose of menthol to clear your airways. Very common, often used. You see all the bar girls using them all the time because they've always got colds or coughs or whatever. If the temperature drops below 30 degrees, they think it's freezing. So very popular in Thailand. Now, we've all seen that, but I wonder if you have ever used the other end of them. Now, that's more of a liquidy type of menthol, and I thought it was just used in roughly the same way. You know, put a little dot of that under your nose, or possibly on your chest, like they used to put Vicks on your chest when you were a nipper to sort of help you sleep at night. But what this is really good for is easing the pain and irritation of any mosquito bites or rashes. I've got a slight, suffer occasionally from light watch strap rash. Now, apologies for the very gay yellow watch strap, but it does get me an extra hour in the local swimming pool. So I think it's one of their bans. But there you go, you put that on there, and literally within minutes, any irritation, pain you're getting from the mosquito bite or sandfly bites, or we've even got grass in my garden that irritates me. That end cures it. Number 1 tip of the week: use both ends of your menthol inhaler, and they're really cheap. They're 20 baht. I think you can get them cheaper than that, but we pay 20 baht. And another interesting thing about them is they're all different colours, as you can see in the photo. And I think I'm colourblind, but I think it's a sort of purple. My wife told me about a year ago, she said they're different strengths. Now, I don't necessarily believe that. I think it's just marketing. They put lots of colours. But whether it's just psychosomatic power of suggestion, but I think she's right. I think the best ones are either purple, pink, or light blue. They do seem to be stronger. This one I think I've had for at least 3 months. Still going strong. Very good. So, tip of the week: use both ends of your nasal inhaler. Thank you. For my second tip of the week, I'm going to pass you over to my younger, more dexterous panel member, Mr. Andy BKK. I did try doing this myself, but after I dropped my phone in the toilet 3 times and sprayed myself with a bum gun, I decided that a man's got to know his limitations. So, over to you, Andy.
Hello, this is Andy from Bum Gun Central, and not many people know this. I didn't until Perrin told me about it. It's the infamous bum gun. We're all in Thailand familiar with this piece of equipment. You press down. That went all over me. That's pressing down, right? And depending how much pressure you put on the lever depends on the power of it. I mean, if you put it on full, that's an enema. Okay, what people don't know is if you move this up, oh, it is difficult to do. Hang on a sec. Sorry about that. If you put it up, it's constant, full pressure and constant. So if you want to wash the floor or something and you can't be bothered to press it down, press it up. Now do I turn this bloody thing off? Okay, got it. There you go. And then you got the normal one. So up for full and down for when you want it. Okay, well now you've seen a nice picture of my lavatory. I hope you are more impressed. Not many people know that.
Thank you, Andy. That was absolutely brilliant. And you didn't drop the phone once. I'm very impressed. Okay, that's the first two tips of the week. They relate really to Thailand. And I've got one more for the general topic to cover, which I think I could probably sneak in under tips of the week. But it's more of a smug look on my face so that I can't believe it. Somebody hasn't thought of this before. But we'll save that until we've got maybe a little bit of space later on in the show. So for now, that's goodbye from me. Thank you very much. That's it, Johnny. Is anybody still there? Can you hear me, mother?
Yeah.
Can't fill in, Andy. Right now,
Oh,
okay, I'll fill in. In the chat, did you all know both those tips?
I knew the
yes,
inhaler. I knew
them.
the inhaler. I knew the inhaler one.
Right.
No, I didn't know it.
One
No, I didn't know that
one.
one.
Yes, you knew them, or two, you didn't know anything about the two things.
No, I didn't know. No.
I think I was drunk once in the toilet of a pub where I put the bum gun upwards instead of downwards and completely soaked myself, but it didn't resonate that that's what to do, and I forgot about it till you reminded me on the video. So now I am aware of it, yeah, but I forgot about it. Inhaler, I know. That's good for mosquito bites.
Yeah. Well, you know, Andy, I love things like this, and it's a little bit we might cover counterintuitive things. You think you understand something. You live somewhere for a hell of a long. You know, I've been here, visiting here for 25 years, lived here now for 13 years. I never knew, and I'm really pleased when I find out something new about a product or whatever. And what about the colours? Have you noticed that? That some colours.
I didn't know about the colours. Didn't know about the colours.
Yeah, that, as I say, that might be totally made up. But because the idea is in my head, I now will only get pink, blue, or purple because they seem so much stronger. I'm talking double the fix, as it were.
Yeah, but Steve, don't you go pink, purple, or blue when you don't have enough air?
Yeah, that's true. But that's what he's working on.
I don't know what's happened to Johnny.
No, I'm just sitting here.
In bewilderment.
No. That's actually a good tip. Now, in my hot little hand, I've got two of them. My favourite flavours, if you want to call it that, is the
You're talking about the bum gun.
No, it's the yellow and the green. And as far as, you know, taking the bottom part off, mind you, not all of them do that. Some of them are just the straight out inhaler. Some of them are double-ended, you know, like when I was listening to Steve, the first thing that popped into my mind was the old song. It's I like it both ways. But yeah, hang on. Yeah, they do. They both come off each end. Yeah. But yeah, that is a good tip, Steve. And you are right for mozzie bites and stuff like that. Bloody brilliant. And especially if you're somewhere where it's beside a road and the exhaust fumes and that start getting to you, it clears out the lungs. Brilliant tip. Well done, Mr. Perrin. Well done.
Okay, on that theme, the trend now, and Jazzy does it a lot, is this. I don't know if that's in focus. Basically, it's all in Thai, but basically inside is a sack of leaves. Don't know if you see that. It looks pretty disgusting, but trust me, it's not. And if you sniff it, it's the inhaler effect, but they say it's healthier. There's no chemicals. It's natural herbs, and I see loads of people using this now, including my family. And Jazzy does it a lot as well. It looks like someone's pooed in a bin. I know, but we don't have to talk about that. It's like it's a bag. It's like a bag of stuff, and it's really, really pleasant. You don't have to stick it up your nose either, which Thais don't quite like that stick. If you notice Thais, when they do that stick, we stick it right up our nose. Sometimes I stick it up my left nostril and hold my right to get a real go at it. Thais don't do that. They sort of put it here because they're gentle people and they're not like us who go over the top of everything. Yeah. And this is a similar sort of thing. You can go just like, and you get that pleasant, very, very mentally. And anyway, I just thought of that. Yeah. So there's a piece of useless information from Andy.
That's okay. We use eucalyptus oil in Australia, don't we, John? We use eucalyptus oil.
What do you mean it's okay, Clarky? It was more than okay. What have you got? What have you done?
Eucalyptus oil.
Yeah, but it's from the leaves. Yeah, it's all leaves in there. And that's lasted for ages. That's been going on forever.
Yeah. But you know, you look at the koala bear and they eat the eucalyptus leaves. Look how pretty they are. You know, it's like the Australians. They have a lot of eucalyptus oil and stuff. And we are pretty looking people. I mean, Johnny's really out of sight and handsome, and so am I.
Those koala bears are so cuddly, aren't they?
Yeah.
How much can a koala bear?
Well, John, I got one once and I kicked it through the goals. What about you, John?
Oh, you.
In honesty, a bear can only bear a certain amount, and so can I.
Yeah. Are they a fucking bear or what?
I don't mind cuddles either.
Well, they are called a koala bear, so I think that's a bit of a hint.
Well, yeah. Look, the best. If you want to see a good one, look at the wombat. It's freaking incredible. It loves everybody. That fucking bastards they are. Have a look them up. Look them up. Wombats.
I saw wombats. They're actually they like they eat roots, shoots, and leaves.
Yeah,
like the pandas, right?
Well, the whole part about it is if you think about their eating habits, I know a few blokes like that.
Yeah.
That's why I put a bib on when I'm eating. Catch the debris.
The wombats is said to be one of the stupidest animals on the planet, and you pick the bastard up, just wants to cuddle.
I saw this video the other day talking about Australian wildlife, a kangaroo, right? And he was in his garden and that, and he knew him because he called him Fred. But this kangaroo stood up and flexed his muscles. I mean, you know all about it, of course. But he was like massive. He was 6 foot something, and he was like almost beating his chest. He was like, come on then. Come on, you want it? Are they like that?
And if they get hold of you, like get hold of your head or your shoulder or something, they'll kill you.
Bloody
they
hell.
will. They'll go back on their tail and they'll use their legs and they'll like run at your guts and all your guts will be on the ground. They're very dangerous. So
they use their tail for balance, right? When they're on 2 feet.
Yeah. They'll like go back, grab you, go back and okay. We've got
I mean, I've heard kangaroo boxing, all about that, but I never. This video, this kangaroo, he stood up and he was like the Hulk. He was like,
they're quite muscly, but they'll only hurt you if you get them cornered. They'll usually just run away, but if you corner one, be careful. Don't let you corner a lot of kangaroos in Thailand, but
Yeah, not much chance of that run my way.
But what they do, they grab your head and then they get their back legs and they just run like and rip all your guts out, all your intestines.
Lovely.
Yeah, quite little animal.
Anybody looked at any good videos recently on the YouTube world?
Not really.
Just before I actually have a clip lined up, ready to go of kangaroos fighting.
All right.
Go for it.
There's one called Bruce and the other one called
and Barry. Bruce and Barry.
Bruce and Barry.
They call me Bruce.
Ah, Bruce. Good day, Bruce. Who's this? Oh, he's Bruce. Oh, hello, Bruce. This is Bruce. Hello, Bruce. Bruce. Look at the size of that person, that animal. Look at it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. He's 6'6". He's massive.
Yeah, a bit about that.
Oh, his mate's come in. Fuck me.
Typical Australians.
And that's just after no beers.
Yeah.
Oh, he's hopping mad.
So see how they go for the stomach?
They've got claws, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go for the stomach.
Wow.
Try to rip your stomach open.
I love the way they stare. They're giving that stare. Look at that. Look at that. Come on, then. You want it?
Hey, this is in the pub, isn't it, John?
And then one
Strange
goes
one.
down. One's had enough. Look, he's going, no, I'll go down. Oh, you've gone up again. I'll go up then. Let's all go down and talk about it like friends. No, I'm hopping. I'm going. Oh, there I go. Oh, yeah. And down. And that's it. Did I win? No, I didn't. Oh, I love the background. Fuck me there. Look at that.
Yeah.
The one on the right is really massive. Oh, look, karate kick.
Big ones are about 8 foot, aren't they, John? They stand up, something like that.
Well, just a normal height. We've had them standing right up. Red Roost, about around 6 feet.
Do they bite?
Oh shit, yeah. This is like any male thing with a battle for supremacy.
Yeah, get that. Yeah.
I'm afraid
And
they'll pot at you if you don't watch it.
Oh, he's running. All right, I've had enough. I'm off to the pub. Off we go. Hoppity hop, hoppity hop, hoppity hop. Bye bye. Oh, they're still following me.
So that's exactly where they're going. Then they'll sit down and they'll have a glass of beer together and say, yeah, that was a bit of fun.
Yeah, that was good fun, wasn't it, mate? Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Never mind.
Where is it? Remove. There. While you're on the subject, I just pulled that up. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Okay, I've got a video I'll show you because we were doing a bit of a video review, and for me personally, and this is just me, I don't like. Well, there's too many of them now. The IRLs going down the soy Bacau, or we're doing down the beach road, or we're in Chiang Mai. There's so much of it, and I've been there anyway. In the beginning, it was fun because I say, "Oh, I've been there and I've done that," but it's all getting too much. So I go for the more. Well, Perrin said the one that I'm doing. He said, "Well, that could be on a BBC travel show," and that's probably my bad, but that's the way I sort of like want to do it, and what I enjoy to watch. So I've got one here. His name's Paddy Doyle, who Clarkey didn't know. Johnny did though, and said a few things. I hope we don't get a copy right. I'm just going to play the beginning of it, if I can get this right. Share screen, yes. There we go. So it should be okay, and see what you think.
Put it on full screen, Andy.
I don't know. Can't do that.
Down bottom right hand corner of the. Yeah, there you go. You got it. You want to put it up, John, or you want me to do it?
That we are back on Zelda. As you can see, we are leaving Bangkok and we are getting amongst it. We are getting back into the provinces. We are going on such a big, long, old school Paddy Doyle next level adventure.
Yeah, this is not a drill. For the next 6 to 9 months at least, we are going to be rediscovering our love for this beautiful country. But first things first,
But quite the adventure to get out of Bangkok, traffic and all the rest of the horrors that is driving a motorcycle in Bangkok, hence why I don't do many adventures here in the city.
Okay, I'm frightened of copyright there. So,
No,
Can you hear me?
Mate. You'll be right.
well, it doesn't
Doesn't
matter
matter.
because he's just getting out of Bangkok now. So all I'm saying is that I love watching this guy. His photography. Well,
Yeah.
I give him points. His photography 8 out of 10. His content 8 out of
Yeah.
10. His narration is 8 out of 10. His effort is 10 out of 10. 309,000 subscribers with an average of 25,000 views per video. So, all right, the benchmark's very high there. I know we're not doing Be More On or whatever, da-da-da-da-da. But as Perrin said to me, he said, Andy, that fits on a BBC travel show. And I like watching travel shows if they're done right. So that's what I look for YouTube for. And anyway, there you go. Paddy Doyle. Excellent.
Yep. Should put a link up to his channel.
I was thinking about that, but it's Paddy Doyle, just Paddy Doyle, Doyle, and you'll get it.
I've actually never heard of him, Andy. But,
No, I know you didn't, and I hadn't. It came up on my feed the other day. Of course, the YouTube guru, which is Mr. Perrin. I heard of him, and yeah, he's married because I thought he sounded. No, I'm not. No, I
No,
don't get
he's
copy.
not married, but he's got a girlfriend.
All right, there we go. So you know everything, Mr. Perrin.
Well,
So
I can give you his backstory if anybody's interested. He was a teacher in Bangkok, teaching English, and with 2 or 3 other guys, they did a tour on motorbikes. I can't remember the name of the channel, but they took little motorbikes and went all around Thailand. And they got relatively successful doing that. So he made the leap of faith and thought, I will try it on my own. I'll give up teaching, because let's face it, teaching is
demoralizing.
it's difficult in your own country. I couldn't imagine trying to teach Thai children English in Thailand. So it's a really tricky job, and hats off to anybody that tries it. I'd rather cut my own arm off than do it. But he made that leap of faith and started doing it. And what I like about him is he's put 100% into it. He did I think he's done how many provinces are there, Andy? 60, 61, something.
Well, something like, yeah, I mean, I'm a newbie on his channel. I've only watched 2, and I'm looking forward to the 3rd one. His photography is absolutely like spot. But I think he's OCD on it because he wants to he waited for a day and a half to get a train going over a lake, which is in the 1st episode. Yeah. This big lake, and they call it the floating train, which I've never heard of. And he got the timetables right, and he said, "Oh, I've just missed it, but never mind." And he stayed in some sort of bungalow thing for 600 baht a night, and da-di-da-di-da. And then he went back in the field, set up all his cameras, and he got the shot. He got a drone on top, and yeah, he takes it. That's why I gave him 10 out of 10 for effort. And yeah, I just like a professional thing. It's these IRLs. I mean, yes, they just drive me to despair when I see them, to be honest. But
he does.
I didn't do very well to him.
He'll. Sorry, Johnny. You go, mate. I was just going to say he put so much effort into it. What you'll see is a journey of about 50 meters, and you'll have him coming towards the camera, then going away from the camera, and then a drone shot from above.
He sets up his shots,
Oh, brilliantly, yeah. As I say, and he's clearly a good presenter, intelligent. if you saw that on a BBC show, and I know I'm repeating myself, Andy, because I'm old.
Well, you only told me.
If you saw it on a BBC travel show, you would think, yeah, you wouldn't criticise it at all. It's that good quality, and that's a problem when we think about doing stuff, or when I think about doing stuff for YouTube. I think I haven't got the time to do that. You imagine what he's got to go. He's got one camera. He's got to set the cap. Well, no, he hasn't. I've seen how much he invested. He did one show where he showed how much he invested into being a streamer. I think he's got 10. What do they call the little small ones? GoPro. He's got 10 of those. He's got a camera about $2,000, and I think he's just invested in another one worth $5,000. And we're talking English, so $6,000. I admire that. I think they're doing what. If I was,
How old is he? Do you think? How old do you think he is?
I'd guess mid-30s.
Yeah.
But that's how I would love to do it, and it's so frustrating because you watch it and you think, "There's no way I could compete with that if I was doing a video. I haven't got the time, inclination, or
when you got
to do it.
When you got 300,000 subscribers, that's your encouragement to do more. But he probably started off with no subscribers, and he's just stuck at it. I mean, he didn't get 300,000 subscribers overnight. I don't know how many years he's been going, but it didn't happen overnight, and he didn't buy any. He's not that level of, so what I'm saying is, once you get if I had 300,000 subscribers, I'd be doing 10 streams a day because I know people want it,
On the same program that he did this is the equipment that I've used, and he showed how much he lose. I think he, doing this tour, he probably lost 6 GoPros, damage, lost.
Yeah.
I think he lost half a dozen drones, but kept reinvesting, whatever. But he said, and this is the important bit, each video he does averages about $2,000. So you look at it, if you're making 2,000 and it takes you a week to do it, that's not a bad income, is it?
No, I know.
It's $100,000 a year plus all of your he does promotions on there. He advertises the usual stuff, the help internet sort of thing. Yeah. So I would imagine he's on somewhere between 150 and 200,000 a year. It's not bad.
Oh no, I mean, also I like that he speaks Thai. But he's not over the top with the Thai. No, I heard him when he was in a market, and his Thai was good. It was good. It wasn't fluent, but it was. But he doesn't show off about his Thai, and that always impresses me. You got that guy, the Paddy Al. Sawadee Cup, Sabadi Mai. That's all he knows. Sawadee Cup, Sabadi Mai, which is fine, but he keeps doing it and he keeps putting his tripod and go, come with me. Well, if I've seen that, and he does it 7 or 8 times in one video, he'll go, come on, hurry up. All right, he set the shot up, which there's the enthusiasm, but don't do it.
I refer to that, Andy. He's a one-trick pony. I know exactly what you mean. One-trick pony, and when you see it first time, it's pretty good. So why are you waiting there? Come.
Oh, yeah. But I've seen it.
After the 30th, 50th time you've seen it now. Right, Jade, sorry, I'm just going to go and get a beer. I'll be away for 2 minutes. Back in a bit.
Thanks. All right, there you go, Johnny. Anyway, that's my video of the week. I mean, you told me, as privately, you weren't over keen on him, and everybody's opinion on that. I just think for me and the type of thing that I watch, it ticked all the boxes. I liked it very much. Plus, you've shown me parts of Thailand I've never been to. I like that as well.
Go on, John.
Yeah, no, you go, Stephen.
Look, when you're doing videos in bulk like that, I used to do 3 a week. You have templates, like you got all these timelines, right? You put the video and you chop it up to take out all the shit. And you just drop these templates, the small templates that you like zoom in and zoom out and blah, blah, all shit. And you drop them after a while. It doesn't take you all day to do them, and it takes you fucking hour.
Mm.
You know, you drop all these templates out, but you know, as far as him having 350,000 subscribers, that's quite possible. You know, there's a lot of people in Thailand at the moment are buying whatever. We've had discussions
Well,
before.
I mean,
by the looks of him, he's not buying anything. He's actually very good.
I mean, the genre that we're in, which is lovely about YouTube, you can pick up a GoPro or just your phone and you can do something, you can put it out on YouTube and you can do it, which is great. And I'm all for that. It's like what do you call it? It's an artistic thing that they want to do. But for watching it, for me, it has to meet certain requirements. And in the early days of IRL, I loved them because, as I said before, they're going down a side. I said, "Oh, I've been there. Oh, I remember that bar and all that." But it grows old very quick. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of it,
they're all doing it now. You know, so
a lot of it, Andy, was Nasdaq. What was it? That American guy's name, John Nasdaq, whatever his fucking name was. They all copied him. You know, make a cup of coffee in the morning. They'd film making a cup of coffee, or they'd film putting the keys. This was a raging fucking time. Everybody was making a cup of coffee before their videos. They stick their keys in. I avoided all that. And then there's the zoom in and zoom out. Look what they're doing at the moment, which is the latest fad, the latest fashion, is they zoom in and zoom out. When they're talking, they cut out any dead air. They cut it all out. So instead of having it cut, what they do is they zoom in, zoom out. They put it across the screen. Oh, it's fucking nuts, mate. One guy had one sentence. I guarantee he used it about 10 times. And I don't know, mate. It makes me seasick when I'm watching some of these laughs. It's the latest fashion out. Just you know, I can't explain to you. Do you know what I put on our chat thing? You know, they zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, and they take out any gaps in their sentence.
But not taking it away from any YouTubers that, you know, they're amateurs, which we all are to a certain extent, and they're just doing it and they're fulfilling something they want to do. And of course, plagiarizing comes into it because they're copying people that they've seen or whatever. And that's fine. I've seen hotel, you know, this is the hotel review, and they're looking under the mattress to see if it's been done so many times. But they're enjoying what they're doing. They're not doing any harm, and they're not having a go at anybody. So good luck to them. That's what I say.
I think a lot of them, the problems
What are you
is
laughing at,
a lot
Johnny?
of them are giving it. A lot of them are giving advice that's wrong and stuff like that.
The advice thing is way out of order.
It's fucking nuts, and you know, a lot of them, you know, they run out of things to talk about, so they'll bung shit on another vlogger. Was fair enough, you know, we know all about that stuff, but you know, they'll have a go at Thai immigration, and you shouldn't do this, and you shouldn't do that, and then we come to the food, Andy. Oh my fucking god, I don't want to see another restaurant for the rest of my fucking life. It's fucking nuts, you know. You review the place, but do you really want to watch this person eating a fucking bowl of rice or something for fucking 10 minutes? And as far as the you know, the Walker Street and that the things, I mean, hasn't it been done enough? I mean, Jesus Christ.
Can I interrupt for a second?
No,
Sorry, gentlemen. I found the video that Stephen produced, which is really quite good. And I would say better late than never, but it's up to you guys. If you want to play it,
Johnny?
but if we don't play it now, we can't play it next time.
Video backstage, Johnny.
Well, we'll play that. We'll play that, and then I'll kind of do a little bit of a comment on Andy's video, which will only be a very short one. Here it goes.
I've just put it up there. You don't need to use it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
I love it.
I have a question though. I have to address the elephant in the room, if you guys don't mind me just. Yeah, Stephen,
Yeah.
are you listening? Are you listening?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What is your attraction to Thunderbirds?
Oh, look, Eddie, you go back when I was a little toddler in shorts and wetting myself and shit, and just after nappy time, there was this program came when you used to watch, the shit TV. We had black and white, and all of a sudden this program come on called Thunderbirds, and I thought to myself, is that real or is that puppets? But I worked out they had strings, so that was okay. But all that technical stuff that was exploding things in those rockets and shit,
And sparks, right? Flames coming out. I get it.
And then they had you could buy the little models and shit like that. Like, we couldn't buy them in Australia. You had to order them from England, though. I can't remember exactly.
I had one of those green spaceship things, right? One of those green things that I don't know. I didn't do anything with it. Somebody gave it to me. And I used to. What the hell is that?
I used to make them out of plasticine, but it was quite a big thing in Australia. The Thunderbirds.
Have you been to a therapist?
I'm going to cut in here. I watched the Thunderbirds, and it's still on Australian TV about 4:30 in the morning.
Jeez.
Stoners.
But the whole part about it is it's there for the the next generation, the same as Skippy and a few of the others. But it wasn't an Australian production, but the whole part about it was for a kid. It was memorizing, mesmerizing.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Look,
it was.
Andy, look at the technology in it, mate. I mean, come on, you look at some of those things; they do look real. I know with the string thing, okay, that was puppets, but it was real though.
What was the one with Penelope and Lady Penelope? What was that?
That was the Thunderbirds, Lady Penelope.
Oh, there was. Okay. And
what
was the name of the show? Yeah, the joke is Parker, take off my dress. Parker, take off my bra. Parker, take off my panties. And don't ever wear them again. That's an old joke.
Anyway, in your childhood, Andy, it was something.
I like the Rolls Royce. That's what I liked.
Yeah, something to look forward to every Saturday night. I think it was early in the morning, wasn't it, John? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was on every morning. Every morning, not the weekends, but every weekday morning. It was a hell of a lot better than there's a bear in there and a chair as well.
So we're talking about like 1958, 1959, right?
No, 64, 65, I think it was.
Oh, hang on, 53. Well, I don't know how old you are. So or early 60s, right?
Yeah, it was.
I was born in 53. So, I was 7 in 1960. And I didn't watch that. There was nothing to watch.
Oh yeah, that's because you probably would have been a teenager during that period. Me and John were just out of nappies, Touche.
I'll give you a bottle later, mate.
They had the black and white version, and it was black and white, and all of a sudden it came out in colour. Well,
Oh wow!
Do it in your pants.
Anyhow, that I did get a chuckle out of that. But anyhow, as far as Paddy Doyle, I watched him years ago. To be honest, I just kind of went, nah, you've just gone the same way as everybody else. But I did think to myself, if you knew where he was setting up to do a camera shot, you could knock off half his cameras before he'd even get back to get him.
Way to go.
But you would say that on production he's talented. Let's just leave it at that. All right, he is a talented guy. Shall we just say that?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not talented, right? He's talented. Yeah.
He's very good at putting things together, and he's very good at copying what everybody else has done.
No, and he's a good presenter. His narration is really, really good, Johnny.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll take your word for it.
I
I know.
don't think you can criticise his presentation, his production values, his editing, or whatever. It's second to none. But I still don't watch him because it's too perfect.
You'd rather watch Cheap Charlie, right?
No, I've sort of gone off Cheap Charlie just frustrates me so much. I think what a wasted opportunity, and he frustrates me. And I know Dave loves the guy, and I do. Dave, I've loved the guy for a long time. I think he could. That's a frustrating thing. I sort of look at him like a father looks at a son. I'm thinking, come on, you got 300. You did all the hard work when you had the opportunity, and you've just thrown it away.
I got Perrin doing the Cheap Charlie run.
That's what frustrates me with Cheap Charlie. But no, the thing is, I think that the reason that the IRL channels work is because we're all a little bit sad and we're waiting for something bad to happen to them. We're looking for the emergencies, the accidents, the hassle and whatever. So if it's the quality of a BBC travel show,
it's not going to happen, right?
I'll just watch BBC travel shows. I don't want to see something perfect. I want to see something where you see the human frailty and, you know, making the wrong decisions and doing things wrong. And then I can shout at the screen and say, don't do it that way. You should have done this. That's my enjoyment from it. And if it's Paddy Idol, Johnny, I honestly don't think you'll ever see a better amateur videographer or whatever you want to call it. You'll never see a better one than him. Or rather, I should rephrase that. You've not seen a better one. You know, at least he talks very articulately, and I can't even say that word. So you see how bad I am.
He was very articulate, you mean?
He's really good at what he does. But I watch maybe 5% of his stuff, if that. I watch hours and hours of stuff that I think at any minute now this boat could sink. That's going to be good. Maybe it's weakness, but no, I much prefer in real life to produce stuff.
Okay,
that's my rant over.
Stephen.
Yeah.
You got one to present or whatever?
Oh, not really, John. I haven't been watched any of it.
All right. Well, I'll go on with one bloke that I chose, and once again, he just came up on the feed, and I looked at his stuff, and the one thing about it, you know, how many times this is our budget. Yeah, big deal. I couldn't give a shit about somebody else's budget. It's the way they want to live life. Oh, look at my condo. Look at this. Look at that. Aren't I fantastic? All the bullshit. That's why half of that crap I'm not even interested in. I think quality of life has got a lot to do with it, and living within your means is the other part of it. Anyhow, this fellow came up, and he's an Australian, and he had a few battles. And I you know, he's not highly educated or anything like that. He's actually on a pension, which he had to fight for. He spends some of his time in Thailand, some of his time in Cambodia. But I'll just play a little bit of one of his videos. I think it's about 10 minutes, less than that, you know. And he's happy. And you know, in some of his stuff I've watched, he said, you know, when not being in Australia, I don't get this allowance and I don't get that allowance and I don't get that. But, you know, I could find the stuff. Yes, it was expensive, but it was still less than he was paying in Australia, which is government subsidised. So that tells you something. But anyhow, I'll just play this little bit. I think I cut it down a bit. No, I haven't cut it down. Hang on. Anyhow, I'll if it gets a bit boring, I'll just get the highlights of it. But it's just a ride along and show type of thing. No.
Whistle while you work. Diddly-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Okay, so how do I survive living on the pension? Well, the easy answer is easy, to be honest. I mean, it's not too difficult at all. But let's just get a few things out of the way. My name's Shorey. I'm a expat from Australia. I'm on the disability support pension. I asked for indefinite portability before I left. If you want to know how I did that, there's a video in my links down there somewhere in the description. I'll put a link to the video that tells you how I went about doing that. Now, the Aussie pension, it's about $2,000, a little bit over, $2,000 a month Australian. Now, by the time we do conversions with currency and bank fees and transfer fees and stuff like that, I'm pretty much left with about $1,000 US a month. Now, out of that $1,000 a month, I've always said to myself, don't spend any more than 25% of your income on rent. So $250 a month in rent is the most I can pay. Currently, where I am in Cambodia, I'm only paying $100 a month. So I'm a little bit ahead there. I've got fairly cheap electricity and water as well. I've got free internet. It's just a little bungalow, they call it. It's just basically a room with a small kitchen and a bathroom. But it does me fine. Hopefully I'm putting some pictures of that up now. Now, on top of that, of course, you've got to eat. And I budget on $20 a day. Again, this is US dollars. It's look, basically I can get a meal here in Cambodia for about $3 delivered to my door, by the way. I don't even have to go out. So that's either Khmer food or Western food. I can get a hamburger delivered to my door for $3. So I don't starve, put it that way. So if I have 3 meals a day, we're only at $9 or $10. So it gives me a little bit of leeway sometimes. So I can go and have a few beers. In fact, I can have a lot of beers because beer is very cheap here. And I'll get to that in a moment. But whilst I have a cheap place to live, there's no air conditioning here. It's just fans. I could have air conditioning if I really wanted to. I just don't like sleeping with it, so I don't bother. Now, the only way you can sort of, secure a good deal on an apartment that's cheap is you got to have a visa. You need a long-term visa to stay here. 12 months retirement visa, very cheap. $200 American gets you a 12-month visa. You only have to be over 55 to get it, and that lasts an entire year. I don't have to do any border runs. I don't have to do any reporting like I had to do in Thailand. So it's a very easy visa system here. So that's saved me a lot of money, I guess. I don't have any insurance. I don't have any health insurance. I haven't since I moved over here. I'm taking a gamble because the insurance is like $200 a month. And there's so many restrictions, so many things they're not going to cover. They're not going to cover pre-existing conditions, of course. So most things that will happen to me have already happened before. They'll know that. They'll find out, and they're not going to pay you. And most of the time, you've got to pay it up front anyway and then get the money back off them. Well, they won't.
What happened?
No, I turned it off.
Oh, that was a great bit of information there, Johnny. Very good.
I'll
watch that.
I didn't want to bore everybody to death.
You paid the exciting bit, haven't you?
All right. Well, the whole part about it is I'll keep it going.
Let you out of the hospital. So I'm just taking a gamble that hopefully nothing goes too wrong.
Can we talk about it?
But if it does, I'll fix that problem when I get to it, I guess. I live payday to payday. There's no extras. There's no, I try and put a little bit away sometimes. I got a little bit in a Aussie bank account just for an emergency. I got a credit card I could use in an emergency, but so far, touch wood, everything's been good. Now, getting back to the food situation, like I said, I can eat Western food most of the time. I love the Khmer food as well, but I don't have to take any risks, and that's probably why I don't get sick. I see a lot of people getting sick from eating street food. They just haven't done their homework properly. I'm very careful. I don't want street food, but I'm very careful on who I'm buying from. There's one particular guy here who sells fried rice down amongst a whole heap of other vendors there, but he's been there a long time. He's there early. You can get in early, and the food hasn't been sitting around all day. So you just got to pick your places to go. That's all. The Khmer breakfast you can get here, you can get it for as little as 75 cents or up to $2, $2.50 even for a rice, pork, egg. It's a really nice Khmer breakfast, and I have it quite often. What else have we got here? I've just got a few things written down. SIM card for phones. It's $6 it cost me for a SIM card, and it's $6 a month for internet phone. Works fine. I've got no issues with that. Most of the companies seem to do it for the same price. And you get like 60 gigs or something of data. Now, I've probably mentioned this before in a few other videos, but beer here is under $1. If you're paying more than $1, you're paying too much. Some bars and stuff can charge $1.25, but you're paying for the entertainment, the air conditioning, and all that sort of stuff, probably. But I've bought beer as little as 12 cents. And I've got another video I'm going to do. It explains how I got beer for 12 cents. And not just one, a lot. But anyway, that's just another story. Look, milk and dairy is a bit expensive here, like it was in Thailand. Like a litre of milk is about $2 American. So that's $3 Australian Aussies for a litre of milk. So, which is kind of, lucky I don't like breakfast cereal because that's almost impossible to buy as well. So you'll find the sweet ones, you'll find Cocoa Pops and stuff like that, but finding good breakfast cereals is kind of hard, which is okay. So I just stopped eating brekkie cereals. What else? Laundry. I get my laundry done here for like $3. So about every fortnight I just drop a bag in, and the next day it comes back and it's all done. Now, I've got a bank account here in Cambodia now. I opened it up fairly much straight away. As soon as I got my visa, I was allowed to open a bank account. So it's very handy just to scan pay here. Most places will allow it, and you just scan and pay for your food or your drinks or whatever that way. That way you don't have to carry as much cash around. And I've found that really convenient. I used it in Thailand as well. The Thai bank account was really hard to get. I got one. I've still got one. I think they're shutting down a lot of accounts over there, but I think mine's still valid. I don't have much money in it, but it still works. But here, it was so easy. Walk in, sit down, air conditioned, very nice, very helpful. Took about an hour, maybe less, 3/4 an hour, just to get the paperwork and everything done. But at the end, here's they set it up on my phone. Here's your account. Everything's there. I put some money into the account. It showed up straight away. Oh, you beauty. And then they said, would you like a card to go with it? I said, sure, why not? And then I sort of thought, well, hang on, you get to send it out to me or whatever? No, we're just going to print it here, sir. And they printed out a Visa debit card with my name and everything on it in a machine inside the bank. I've never seen that before. I don't know if it happens in Australia now. I think it's hard to find a bank open in Australia, isn't it? Here, they are everywhere, and they're open weekends. You can go into a bake here on a Sunday. And you can go into a bake fairly late at night as well. Like I think 9-10 o'clock is kind of closing time. Just quite amazing, to be honest. What else have I got here? Hey, I bought a push bike. Transportation. You've got to have transportation, of course, right? Now, I don't live far away from main part of town, but it's still a bit of a walk. And, you know, it rains and lots of stuff, so you've got to take your chances sometimes. But you can use... I was going to hire a motorbike. You can rent one here for about $80 a month. And I did think about it for a bit. By the way, you don't need a driver's license or a bike license for a scooter here that's under 150cc, believe it or not. This is why kids are allowed to ride around here. As young as like 8 riding full-on motorbikes on the road. Blows my mind. But yeah, anyway, I bought a push bike when I was in Thailand, and I decided to do the same thing when I got here. So I bought a brand new push bike. Maybe I'm showing a picture of it now. It's just a typical Asian style push bike with a basket on the front, so I can ride around, you know, pick up some groceries, pick up some fruit and veg, go to the markets, do all that sort of stuff, and of course ride down to the pub so I can ride back again. I have a bit of fun doing that. Anyway, that's about it. That's what I thought I'd cover in this little video, and look, hopefully I'll catch up with you again soon. Hey, I've got some new subscribers. Thank you. That was actually my goal, was to get 50 subscribers. That's all, just so I could go live. So at some stage I'm going to do a live, I'll advertise it, and I'll do a live show somewhere where it might be interesting. We might be at a club or a bar or on the beach or fishing maybe, or I don't know. But that's all I really wanted to do. So I thank you for subscribing. And
okay, John, I think he's doing.
Catch us next time. All right.
Yeah, that was very interesting. It's just real life in you know, Cambodia. Isn't it interesting how you can live on 1,000 American dollars in Asia and without splashing and stuff like that? But
how much is 1,000?
1,000 US dollars
in baht.
Oh, I don't know, John. Any offhand?
Oh, come on, you must know. 1,000 Aussie dollars in Thai baht.
Oh, about 40,000, I think it is. 42,000. Yes, but you know, they're saying on the YouTube, a lot of people are coming on there and saying that you need 2,000. You live, you can live okay, and you know, you're not going to drive around a Rolls Royce or have for lunch. But anyway, getting back to Cambodia, I've been there a few times, quite a few times actually. The good thing about Cambodia, you can go and get a pizza or Mexican food or whatever quite easily, because I think it used to be a French colony once upon a time in a far off land, and you know, so if you love your phalang food, you can get it in Cambodia quite easily, and bread and lots of bread shops and stuff like that. But sometimes it can be hard in Thailand, or you're going to pay pretty ass for it. It's interesting watching videos like that.
But where you live, come on here, come on, Stephen, listen.
Yeah.
Where you live, listen. Where you live, it's a cheaper cost of living to where we live back in Bangkok.
Yeah.
I mean, not where I live, because I live in the suburbs. From the city, it's a lot cheaper right up there. I mean, a bowl of gutiao, noodles, 45 baht, 40 baht, whatever. It's cheap, right?
Yeah.
Same as Cambodia, I would say, to be honest.
I think they're cheaper, but yeah, it's
they're
similar,
cheaper. Yeah, similar, right? Yeah.
I know, Eddie. There's pizza shops here and shit, but I don't really eat pizza. And I don't really miss flying food, but I can order a hamburger now if I want and shit like that. But
On Grab, right? Okay, so you're living like north of Chiang Mai, but south of Chiang Rai, yeah? You're like in between, or yeah, okay. So where's your? Obviously, a 7-Eleven is like pretty near, right? There's a 7-Eleven
everywhere here, and the good thing you got Tops supermarket with you what you for lung shit and.
Is that far away
supermarkets
from where
everywhere.
you live, or what?
No, it's across the road actually. It's across the road.
Oh, there you go. So you live on a
Walking.
highway.
No, I don't live on a highway down a side street, but yeah.
Yeah, so you're living in like a. You see, I don't know the suburbs of these places, so I'm
It's
interested
a country.
to know
It's a country city, and it's got everything here.
Yeah.
We don't want for anything really, but it is cheaper than Bangkok. But it depends where you're in Bangkok, Andy. If you go to the tourist area, you're going to pay for the arse. But I mean, out your way and where I used to live, it's not overly expensive. It might be $5 more for a bowl of noodles.
No, you've been in my area. You bought beers, same price, right? Yeah. So no.
Go on, sorry.
No. I'm really interested in the suburbs of these areas up country because I've been to a couple and I found them very easy to get on with. Like they have everything that you need anyway. There's no big deal. You're not in the middle of a field in a bamboo hut with a thatched roof. Right?
Eddie, you can get a 1-bedroom apartment here for probably $5,000 a month. But on the other side of it, Eddie, if you hunt around in Bangkok, you can do the same in Bangkok. They are, I've been offered a 5,000 a month room proper room, like with toilets and everything, for 5,000 baht in Bangkok. So it depends on the area, but a lot of people get off the plane, they want to go around the Sukhumvit area or shit like that. They're going to pay for it. Or you want it near one of the train stations, you're going to pay for it. Up here, it's just incredible. But the price of houses, I mean, people go into an outrage about it, that, oh, you got to pay 3 or 4 million, but you're not going to pay that much in Bangkok. There are cheap houses there.
It's true. Yeah. I mean,
you can get a pretty decent house in Bangkok for 1.5 million or 1 million if you're not too fussy. You can buy a frigging condo in Bangkok because there's thousands of them. You can buy a condo for 600.
The thing in Bangkok when building a house is the land in the Bangkok area is expensive. That's the difference. Whereas up country, the land is cheaper. But the land is always the most expensive part of the house building is the land. So now I'm just interested in, I know people like you that live up in Khon Kaen, Royet, Sisket, and all these places. And they do not, all they miss, but the people I talk to don't miss it because they don't want it. It's like going downtown and going to bars and stuff like that, which, to be honest, when you're over a certain age, that's not exactly high on your priority list. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I've got it within 20 minutes of the BTS. I can be on Nana Plaza. Have I done that now? No. Not that I it's nothing bad about it. I just don't want to do it. So I could live up country, I reckon. That's what I'm saying. I reckon I could live up country.
I think you could too, and you'd be quite happy. And I know what your situation is. I mean, we just get a fucking mansion up here with. If you sold your house, you'd get 3 2 swimming pools, an elevator, and the works. But anyway,
that's the way. That's the way we roll. No, but no, seriously. What amenities do I want? Okay, I'd like a macro or a big Lotus near me. That's all I'd want. 7-Eleven, mum and pop shops around. And
got one around the corner.
I don't take delivery food really because I can go and get it myself. So, I don't need that. But that's all I need. A good internet. I like that. I like a good fast. Well, I use that word slowly here, having not had it for 24 hours. But I'd like an internet connection. And electricity. I mean, Perrins, he lives in the middle of nowhere, at Nakhon nowhere. That's where he lives, and he's got a generator, so you can get around these things of power cuts and that, which are more prevalent, I think, up country. I think I could live up country, but I don't really want to, mainly because this is my home, I guess. I think it's not being associated with being near Bangkok. It's being this is my home, my house, and I've lived here for years, so. I guess that's what it is. It's a big uproot if I left,
Yeah, but everything you said, macro and all that, it's all there. I mean, I'm actually back at the back of Lotus's car park, just a little bit. I can walk to Lotus from here. Everything's here, mate, and you do have cheaper rent here, and there's not so much traffic, it's not so much pollution. The people are just super friendly. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. But
If someone came up to visit you, is there a hotel nearby?
oh shit, yeah, there's a couple of them. Something 450, 500 a night. Very good quality too. Not very.
Is
good
that with
quality,
aircon?
I hope so. Yes. Yeah, they've got aircon and all in there. Yeah, you got all that, but it's a wonderful place to be. It's but yeah, they've got nightlife here, Eddie. But I've never been there. It doesn't float my boat. I suppose one day I'll get pissed and go down there. And we'll go tonight.
Well, as we do when I find myself in the middle of bloody Sukhumvit on a night out with the boys, I find myself going into places I'm thinking, well, I didn't start leaving my house to go to here, but I ended up in, and I'm fine with it. I'm not a prude. It's great, but it's not a thing that I want as part of my life to make it. That's I've got to live there. I've got my mates. Some of my mates, they live downtown and they live on, you know, Ceylon or Sukhumvit or whatever, and they would not move away. They said, I could walk out of my condo and I've got, you know, Japanese, this food, and that food. I've got that club, I've got that pub. And that's, but they're a lot younger than I am, you know. That's fine. That's fine.
But all that stuff, all the Japanese restaurants are here and shit, but I don't bother with them. Look, you know, if you live on a pension in Australia, well, you know, you're restricted and stuff. But over here, you can actually live a life. That's what I try to put across to people. You can live a life here. You know, you go back to living in Thailand, you know, you're restricted. You can't go out for dinner. It's just ridiculous, Andy. It's probably 5-6 times the amount we pay here in Thailand.
Well, do you remember that What's Up Thailand stream that we did once when we were talking about this, and someone in the chat said, so you're just surviving, you're not living? No. And we took him to task because we said, no, we're not surviving. We're really living, enjoying it, and surviving at the same time. It's not surviving. It's not like living on a shoestring. It's like you have a good quality of life, right?
Look, my decision to live over here, Andy, was not money. It was just living a better life. You know, I lived in Bangkok. Bangkok, I don't mind Bangkok, Andy. I won't function it, but it was just the pollution, the traffic, and just you know, trying to get anywhere. And mate, I was next to the BTS. It took me 15 minutes to get into Bangkok, and shit, well, probably 10 minutes actually. You know, and I had all that, and I just couldn't handle the fucking pollution and shit, and you know, the traffic, and you know, I was in Sukhumvit 101. I think you know.
Oh well, there you go. I mean, my in-laws live on Sukhumvit 101, but for me, here's the thing. For me, I don't feel I'm living in Bangkok because I'm living the suburban life, which is very much like village life. Motorcycles coming down the wrong way, and you know,
your area is sort of cut up from the rest of Bangkok. You know, you're on the side there. I won't say where you are. You know, you're sort of cut off from all the hustle and bustle, and it's not hard for you to get around. I don't think it is.
And I'm 20 minutes away. If I take
area, as soon as you leave your area, your safety zone. Fuck, mate, you're it with that much traffic.
Yeah, but I got 20 minutes, and I'm on the BTS, and I'm on Ceylon. You know what I mean? If I wanted it. Every now and then I have to go to, you know, whatever, and I go down and I do it. It's fine. And there's a Grab that will take you backwards and forwards anyway. So I don't, but living there, it would do my head in. And would when I was younger, I would never want to live in the central Bangkok. No.
But I enjoy staying here. It's nice and it's quiet and do what I want to do, and you know.
Oh, there's a question I wanted to ask you, and it's not really personal, and you can do it on the public airways here. Did you bring your dogs with you?
No, I left the dog there.
That must have been a heart wrench for you.
Oh, it was very hard, Eddie. Very hard.
You've never said it. You've never spoken about it.
No, it was a sad thing to do. I mean, it would have been a one-way ticket. I had two of them. One died. I won't go into that, but you know, it was a one-way ticket for her. You know, if I didn't stay here, she wouldn't be able to come back to Australia because of quarantine restrictions. And I think it was going to cost about 10 grand to get around. But I will do it if I get the chance.
How old is it? Is it a he or a she?
She's about 12 years old, I think.
Oh well, don't bother.
Yeah, I know, mate. She's only got about 2-3 years left. But
it's sad. I mean, I don't want to talk about it, but because it's going to cost you a lot. Because you can bring them in, but they can't go back, right? That's the thing, right?
Not to Australia. They can go back, but I mean, you're talking about 6 months quarantine, and it's not cheap. You know, you probably look at 20, 30 fucking grand to take them back. So it was virtually a one-way ticket for her.
In the days in the 80s, when everyone from England, when retired, they're getting redundancies, they moved to Spain and they're bringing their pets with them. And it was easy, but they couldn't bring them. When they found out Spain wasn't the answer and they wanted to go back, to get the dog back was a nightmare. A nightmare. And I know that from one personal experience. But
I don't believe, you know, you buy a dog, it's you know, especially if you buy a puppy, that's your responsibility for the rest of its life.
Of course.
And, you know, I can't handle people, you know, take them to the vet and have them destroyed because they want to go on a holiday or.
You're kidding me.
People do that? The street and shit. That fucking pisses me off. I mean, Johnny had a great job. A great dog. Fucking says a great dog, and I think he misses his dog as well. But you know, Johnny looked after his dog, and you know, once you get a dog, it's your friend for life. I mean, Jesus Christ, if someone comes to your house and gives you, you know, starts smacking you or something like that, your dog's going to go it, and it's going to risk its own life to protect you.
Oh yeah, I mean, Graham says here. Ask Graham. He told me off for pronouncing his word wrong, but that's him. Graham says, ask Johnny Depp about bringing a dog to Australia. I don't know that story. Is there a story there? I don't know.
Johnny,
there is Johnny Depp.
John, you probably know about that.
Tell us, Johnny. Tell us.
But there is another question prior to that. It's on the screen. But anyhow, Johnny Depp had his own private plane, and his crazy girlfriend. They brought their dogs into the Gold Coast and all the rest of it. And Australian Customs said, "Well, you can't walk around with them. You never declared them. You never did nothing." So they took the bloody dogs, and said they have to go into quarantine and all that kind of stuff. And that's protecting our borders. And fuck Johnny Depp. I think that what they should have done was fire your plane up. You haven't got a visa. You work here anymore. Fuck off. That's how I feel about it. Turn our country into a dirty, filthy country with all the diseases that America and everywhere else has got. We've got fucking none of that.
Well, they're worried about rabies, right? I think.
Oh, well, we've got enough
all sorts of juicy diseases. I think, Andy.
Mr. Balding, why would you worry about a Robinsons more? They are the biggest rip-off company in Southeast Asia. But anyway,
is that the Robinsons? Is that the Robinsons we have here? Is it the same Robinsons? Well, they're
right throughout Southeast Asia. But the question is to Stephen: is there a Robinsons mall in Lampung?
Yes, there is. Yes, I don't go in it. I don't shop in them.
Yeah, the Robinsons. There is one on the end of Ceylon. I'm not sure if it's still there on the corner by Lupini Park, but that's when I first came here to Thailand, Robinsons were one of the first with Central for department stores. It was Robinson or Central. In fact, someone told me Central owned Robinson, but I don't know.
Look, Andy, Robinson's got good quality, but the prices are right up there.
So is Central.
But I just don't shop there. I mean, I'd rather buy the same object outside for a quarter of the price.
Well, I like to. I've got Johnny a question, and it's tongue in cheek, Johnny, because I know the answer. When you go into Bangkok, have you ever been to the Paragon for shopping?
No.
I have. Yeah, I have.
Would you ever want to?
No.
It's Paragon's so superfluous, isn't it? The food court is brilliant, but it's very expensive.
On the ground floor, yeah.
I've done a
video
I've been to Century 21, actually, I've been there a couple of times, and that was with Joe. Help me out, Stephen. What's his bloody channel name?
Joe Kicks for Kicks. Joe.
No. He used to be a foreigner? Fucking what? Oh, fuck me. What's his
foreign in Thailand or something, isn't it?
Joe and Thai Girl gift to somebody. I don't remember the channel name. Yeah. I went there a couple of times with him, and yeah, it's good to have a look around it and all the rest of it. The thing is, I know where to go in Bangkok if I want cheaper clothes, I want whatever, and I don't have to play those kind of places. Yeah, it was good to have a look. I'm not a fan of air conditioning, so you know, the whole. And I hate fucking shopping centres, full stop, even in Australia.
That's why most people go to the malls, because of the air conditioning. That's the biggest attraction.
No, it wasn't my 2 baht cents. Foreigner Joe and Thai Girl gift, or whichever way around it is now. But yeah, spent a bit of time with him over the years. And g'day, Graham. Welcome.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy. I know him pretty well, John. He's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to join the panel, they can, and have their 2 cents worth. Just saying,
we've finished our reviews and that, so I'll put the link up. I just wanted to say about the fella that I reviewed. I reckon, you know, good on him. He's doing what he wants in life, and so he should. And the whole part about it is life's to be enjoyed, and I dare say where he is, he'd have a hell of a lot better life than he would in Australia.
Yeah. Do you know, I was watching a documentary the other day, John. What's the cheapest place in Thailand, or the value for money type thing? They said Cambodia beats Thailand, but if you want the technology, obviously Thailand, but it beat out in Laos. They reckon Cambodia's a place to go if you want value for money.
Well, you know, he did mention about a retirement visa. Now, Laos doesn't have a retirement visa. It has a multi-entry. So you got to kind of go out, come back unless you're married, you know, a Laotian girl. And it's only 120 US a year, because Todd just did a video about different types of visas, which is that channel is now in Laos. Scott is an Australian, nice bloke, and he does a lot for the I don't really know how they pronounce it, home, any of the hill tribes and stuff like that. Collects a lot of clothing and does drives up through there, donating the clothes to kids and things like that. Good person at heart, and he's not an e-beggar either. It just stuff he started doing himself out of his own pocket, and other people got on board, and things like, which is really, really good. And he's living his life quite happily. He just did a series. Well, his mum was over there. He just did a series a little while back. There's another good entertainment channel, and I tell you what, he's filming as he's driving along, and Jurgen, won't make you feel bad. He crashed his drone too into a rice paddy, so it was rooted because water egress. But yeah, there is a lot of good stuff, but people seem to go for the negative, and you get stuff come up on your feed. You get stuff come up on your feed, and I'm sick of seeing these bastards. And where I used to just turn it off, now I just go, "Oh, you're a fuckwit. Get your ducks in a row. Don't blame somebody else for your mistake, dickhead." I've just about got that statement where it just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. And be some nasty names.
Well, that's not entertainment when you get like really upset about stuff. That's why I don't watch them, because I see guys. Don't. I've so many of these IRL things, and I'm coming to Thailand and all that business. And good luck to them. They don't mean any harm, but for me, it's I cannot get any entertainment value. I really want to go and take them by the scruff of the neck.
That's why, I was talking to Steve and Johnny there a while back. They said, what, because it was my idea to do the thing I suggested. What are you going to put up? It's just all shit.
The what? What were you suggesting?
It's all shit. The videos coming out of Thailand at the moment, I just think they're all shit. That there's just rubbish.
No,
Rinse and repeat. No, there's very few videos. I haven't watched the Thai videos since I've been here. I don't think. I mean, I watched the news one in Paddy. I can't remember whatever it's called. That's about it. That's good. It's just we've got to get the tax thing. It's Thai visas. Shit like that. And I just couldn't be bothered, mate. Seen it all before. It's like I was saying before, Andy, about the coffee, making the coffee in the morning when they had to run on that. Everybody had to, they start the video, 10 of them in a row. Make coffee. And then there was the old piece de resistance, Andy. There was putting the keys in the fucking ignition on your car.
Oh, no. And when I see
thing, I'm going to block them.
When I see an IRL start in the back of a tuk-tuk, I stop watching.
Well, the thing
really do stop watching because
the one that
it's
started
fun for them, but it's not fun for me. So
the one that started.
There was all the one thing, John. Do you remember Casey Nesmith? What was his name? The American.
That rings a bell.
Casey Nesmith.
Yeah, he was the dickhead that calling from the railway line.
Yeah, but they were all no, not him. No, that we'll get to him later.
Casey Neistat.
That's it. Yeah, everybody in Thailand was copying exactly what he did, but they didn't have the technology to do it. And when I started doing YouTube and watching Sonny and all them doing these they were just carbon copies. Make the coffee, put the key in the ignition, and blah blah blah. So I avoided all that. I just it was a fucking joke. And now I look at YouTube now. You're going to do more videos? Everybody's asking me to do. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to be involved. It's just so much shit out there. Visas and taxation and the corrupt
condo prices. Got to put condos in there.
Oh, yeah,
how much does it cost to rent a condo?
Thai government's trying to get rid of all tourists. They're making it impossible to stay there. People are leaving. All of expats are leaving Thailand. What else, John? Can I go on? Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, but when you were doing Talkback Thailand, I think. How can I say this diplomatically? No. Production, ideas, and everything else, 10 out of 10. No. But no one else was doing it. I don't say they copied you because I think that's a bit of a far fetch. But what I'm saying is that you did it, and it was new, and it was expressive, and it was like a panel with Loveridge, Siam, Johnny Siam, bless him. Johnny Siam, Banana King, and da-da-da-da. I remember a guy called Outboard because that's how you introduced me to this whole bloody genre. I'll never forgive you for introducing me to this genre, by the way. But, no, you did though. You dragged me in. But what I'm trying to say is that it was Outboard and those, but it was novel. It was novel, and then people, there wasn't a camera technology back in those days as it is now. Agreed, no GoPros and everything else. But you did it, and then other people started to infiltrate the community, and it just, it just went fucking shit, to be honest. It became, you talk to people outside of our genre about the Thai genre, they have nothing to say. All they say is it's manga. It's male dominance. It's it's all shit, and that is the impression of the outside YouTube world and genres that look upon this what we call the Thai genre, which I don't think we're in the Thai genre because we talk about Thailand.
No, I'm not. I never.
We have a really and you started the genre in a sense. Yes, back before that you had the thing with the thing and. I get that, but sorry, you had the other guys you started with, and it sort of like morphed into Talkback Thailand, and it was great. It was good. It was fresh. It was good, and it was new. And StreamYards was pretty new because we used to use that chat thing before.
So Google Hangouts.
What was that called?
Google Hangouts.
Yeah, you got it.
You go back in there. Sorry, go on, Andy.
No, well, no, my look upon it, I wasn't at that part of it, but I was on the Talk Back Thailand thing. And I thought it was great. We talk about Thailand and everybody's happy. No one's shouting at anybody. It's all cool and all. And then there was a sudden change. And there was other channels coming up. And then there was the animosity. And then it was like, got to block him and got to block that and got to do it. And it just, to me, it's, well, it's sad. That's all I'm going to say. It's sad. And now it's been overdone. It's overused, abused. It's like, I don't know. It's sad. That's all I'm going to say.
Let me tell you the history of the thing, right? So I was one of the first to do live streams, okay?
I said that.
Whatever they want to say. You know, I did live streams, and I used to do it with a guy called Falang. What was his name, John? Pompey Falang. And that's where a bit leverage and all that. Anyway, regardless of that, I moved on, and then there was how it turned bad was a guy called Dad and Dave. He would attack other vloggers for some strange reason, and it got out of hand, and there was all sorts of shit happening. I'm not going to go into the detail. I actually know Dad and Dave. I suppose he's not a bad guy, but his entertainment was banging shit on other vloggers, and that's how he became known. Then you had Twitchy come along, right, which was supported by Dad. Twitchy didn't know a fucking thing about how to do anything. He didn't know how to edit or anything, but Dad and Dave taught him how to do it. So they teamed up and they attacked attacked this and that, and like today, Twitchy's was put out of business and stuff like that. And then you got Capio and what's the other guys? The other guys come along and they've taken over the attacking business. I don't associate with Capio. I don't even know what he fucking does. But, you know, I pulled out of the whole lot of it. I just couldn't be fucking bothered with it. You know, I don't bung shit on other vloggers. And I just can. I mean, if you've got something to say and you're creative, you don't need to do that. Now, a lot of these guys, they're creative, but they choose the easy way out. That's attacking other vloggers, which will.
You know why? You know why? You know why?
I could use the one word now and put it in the title with John.
It's content.
Content. Twitchy exposed. We're going to have about 40 to 50 people watching, but do you want to do that? I don't.
No.
You know, that's the way they do it. So you can.
I want 100, 150.
They'll put Johnny Siam caught naked walking down the street or something. You're going to watch it, and this is how they get 80 people watching it. But it's just shit. It's all shit. You know, it really is. I'd rather do something constructive that people can, you know, they sit there and watch and they can get interested in, instead of this bullshit that's going on at the moment, or not going on at the moment. It's been going on for the last, Jesus Christ, 5-6 years. But there was a lot of innocent people that were attacked by these vloggers to get a rise out of them. And that's what I was defending and I thought to myself, I'm not going to respond to them anymore. I just stopped responding to them. If they try to say something nasty about me, I just leave it. Wouldn't even
okay. Stephen, can I say something here? Now, and this is with all due respect. Back in the day, and we go back a long way, right? You did do your rants, right? You did. You went hell for leather. You did.
Apparently, so. Is that a river guys? Yeah.
That was I don't know how many years ago that was. That was like, that was pre-COVID or post-COVID. I don't know what. But you went right at it. I mean, I'm going, fuck me, look, and you went half an hour, like really. But you've changed now because you worked out. Well, you got older for a start, but it's not worth it, right? I mean, I don't know why you ranted because you thought you were being insulted. I get that.
It wasn't. It usually wasn't that, or they were picking on one of my friends. It'd be, I won't mention names. They'd be picking on one of my friends, and I'd get there and defend them, and they'd probably type something in the chat. They'd fucking hello. I'm probably one of the worst person you could take on, and I just fucking let them have both barrels, you know.
I know you did. I've got some videos.
Oh, okay. Go on a bit of ransom, man.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, like, from the talk back before and now, it's like the genre is it's not there anymore. There isn't a Thai genre, to be honest. There isn't one. There's people like, I'm not going to mention channel names, but we know who I'm talking about. They, they are mongers. Especially one is a monger, but there's nothing wrong with that as long as they are within the law and
Business
they
is
don't
business.
do anything harm, and they can, get their satisfaction from whatever they want as long as it's legal. We're not getting into morals here. So that's fine. But it's all changed. It's not, to me, I'd like to find another genre that I could fit into, but I can't find one. No one will have me.
Andy, Andy, I just turned on my microphone to come up with that punchline, and you just beat me to it, you bastard.
Oh, hello, parent.
Hello, how we doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You're what you want, Andy. I'm treating myself as like a viewer and having a little chat to the chat.
I got that. Yeah. Hey, I'm going to go out of order now, because the link is up. And if a certain Mr. Chef is listening, join the panel. I'd love to have a word with you. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I'll back you up 100% there, Andy.
Well, you're not going to be bullied. You're not going to be bullied, but
Johnny, can I ask you? Look, we can save my last bit until next week, or we can open a panel now. My last bit is nothing to do with Thailand, so maybe save it till next week.
Well, hang on. The whole part about it is, I've been sitting here quietly and all the rest of it.
Well noted.
The whole thing about is I don't believe in this genre thing. I never did. It was always people of a common interest. It was only a group that started calling it genres and who's who in the zoo and all that. Teens and beans, you're not in the background, but I'm looking at the fucking thing. Don't bullshit. So at the end of the day, YouTube went bad when the disease we had to have came into it. And that was my famous statement. All the cunts have become more cuntish, and they stayed that way and just got worse. But that's on a very, very small amount of people, and they're irrelevant to me anyway. They always keep on trying to drag people into their shit to make them relevant. I don't even bite. Fuck them. Not worth the time. We've got a good crew of people that are pretty loyal supporters that come along. I don't know about you blokes, but I'd rather entertain the crew that pretty well come along and support us, and a pretty good crew of people. I'd prefer that than 200 of the other cunts, you know what I mean? Because I don't find that entertaining. As far go back to that fellow I put up, he's living a quality of life that he enjoys. Now, when I saw Cam Pot, I thought, shit, that reminds me of seeing Hookbull 20 fucking years ago. The beach and all the rest of it. He's I dare say he's saving money and he's having a good life. And because let's face it, if he's renting something in Australia, then he'd have electricity on top of it, then his water costs and all the bullshit. He'd have nothing left out of his pension. Where he seems quite happy. Yeah, no worries, South. The whole part about it is, where do you retire? Where you happy? Can be any country, and where it doesn't matter as long as you're happy and you've got a budget to sustain your life, fine. And you're not on YouTube e-begging and carrying on 24 hours a fucking day to support your, a living. Well, get a fucking job. That's all I've got to say. If you want to play what you want to play, Steve, go ahead, go right ahead. We've got no one in the background. So if you want,
Johnny, the moment's been lost, and we've got lots of people queuing up. Let's play it this way. 2 more people on the panel, and I won't play. If nobody comes on the panel, then because I get bored with talking about Thailand, and my subject is just as boring, but at least it's away from Thailand and more general.
You've got your golf one, which
so the rule is,
one,
if we no, it's not. No, I could do more golf because I can always talk about golf. But no, if we get a couple of new people on the channel, or even one, I won't do mine. We'll save that till next week. I think that sounds reasonable.
As long as we don't talk about golf. Oh, dear.
Souths hit the bloody hit the
button.
Yeah, hit the button, mate, because I'd like to hear, because you live in Cambodia. I'd like to see what your views are on that bloke and what's going on at the moment. Has any of this stuff affected you in any real way? Oh, Ricky, yeah, Dave. I remember Ricky from when he kind of first started off. He's always been an entertainer. He plays to the crowd, and good on him.
Ricky, who's this?
Ricky Drama, Randy. He's not a
got him. Yeah, he's the guy.
Quite entertaining. I mean, he puts across a bit of a rabbit, but he's entertaining. I don't know what he was, actually.
He's got a coin his phrase. He's got something right. He says something when he's everyone copied him. He says something when he's walking along.
Gentlemen, you're talking about 2 different things. As far as I can understand, you're talking about Ricky Hatton that just died.
No.
Yes,
Ricky Drama.
No. If you go back up, okay. Bloody reads the chat. Somebody said, "I've given you 2 week off in memory of Ricky Hatton." Right.
No, I wasn't talking about Rick. Well, actually, I wasn't reading that. Sorry.
Right. Okay. Smith, I still think they're talking about Ricky Hatton, because Ricky Hatton used to come to Thailand. Dave, help me out here, mate. Am I totally wrong here? Are you talking about Ricky, the barbecue beer guy? Are you talking about Ricky Hatton? R.I.P. means you're talking about Ricky Hatton, surely. Dave.
Oh, I misread it. Sorry.
There, David Asher. Thank you.
It's all your fault, Johnny.
Anyhow, at the end of the day, Ricky Hatton was a mediocre boxer and he was a pom. Big deal. We're all going to die. So.
Yeah. Twist it now because you change it to okay. Thanks,
I'm not
Dave.
twisting it. That's exactly how I feel. Anyway. I watched quite a few of his fights.
Johnny, you're about right. He wasn't a great boxer, but he was very down to earth. He had a hell of a lot of supporters. He was sort of what you would call a traditional Englishman. He wasn't great at it, but he did try. He was a trier.
I hate boxing. Sorry. Carry on.
We had a boxer here. His name was Lester Ellis. He used to run the mouth.
Well, John.
He couldn't back it up.
Right.
But there's been some brilliant Australian boxers.
Okay, I got you there, Johnny. Who was the best?
The kangaroo.
The best Australian boxer we kind of had was Johnny Famishon.
No.
Never heard of it.
In my era, put it that way, Steve.
Oh, in your era, same as mine.
Well, you're not talking Lionel Ray, so I didn't think he was that great.
Top 10, arguably one of the top 5 heavyweight boxers.
No.
The Russian guy.
No?
Oh, no, he's Ukrainian, actually.
You'll know as soon as I say it. You'll say, well, no, he's not quite Australian. He is.
The Ukrainian guy.
He's Australian.
Lived in Australia.
No, I know exactly who you're talking about.
What's his name, John? The Russian or Ukrainian he was. He
Yeah, well, he's Russian, I
He
think.
was probably
I hate boxing.
It was Costa Zoo, and his son.
Costa Zoo, that's it.
His son is doing quite well.
Yeah.
But I think one of the best boxers I watched were in the middle class, lower class ones, was Manny Pacquiao.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But now I'm talking about heavyweight boxers of the world. This guy...
We'd never really had
Australian
heavyweight boxers.
citizenship. Yes, you have. Australian citizenship. And could take on Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, those guys. He was that good. And not lose. And not be knocked out by either of them. Always stood standing. Okay, you all give in? I'm amazed.
Yeah.
Yes, Dave. God, mate, I love you.
Oh.
Joe Bugner, I couldn't stand that prick.
He was a bloody good boxer, though.
I think he was that good a boxer.
Doesn't matter if you don't like his personality. He was a bloody great boxer.
I can feel your guy.
They used him as a punching bag until they got fucking worn out, and then he hit him.
I thought you understood boxing better than that, Johnny. No, he was a great boxer. Really great.
Well, let's say opinions vary.
Yes. But I've got the facts to back it up. He took on Muhammad Ali. He took on Joe Frazier. You can do that. I can do that. Not many boxers could do that. He did it. And the reason he didn't do it was because early on in his career, he had one of these horrible things where he killed somebody in a boxing ring. So when he was on the up in the ring, he never had the killer instinct. But he was a bloody brilliant boxer. No question about it.
Sal says he lived on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
I have no idea what he's referencing here, but I'm just mentioning Sal. I like him.
Yeah, the Gold Coast is the ocean, perfect weather some of the time. Holiday spot, wanker fucking area in Queensland.
I've heard bad things about the Gold Coast, I have to say. It's not as good as it's like it's promoted, right? I just said it. You know?
Put it this way, 40 years ago it was bloody good. Now I wouldn't give you two bob to...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Back 40 years ago, it was the place to go. Now I've heard loads of negative things about the Gold Coast.
Yeah. Well...
Okay, let's go off. I hate boxing. Fucking hell. Why does somebody want to hit somebody? I just don't get it.
If you hate boxing, Andy...
Haven't you ever been to a bar and come across an arsehole, Andy, where you wanted to just say, I want to throttle that bastard?
Andy, if you hate boxing, what do you think about mixed martial art? The cage fighting?
I love it. No, I hate all that. I like Japanese martial arts. But no, answering Johnny, I played rugby at quite a high level. I represented the southwest of England and everything else as a scrum half, and I would take on number 8. I was tough, but when it came to actual altercations, not on the field because everybody else helped me out anyway. I've never been in a pub when I've seen somebody being an asshole because they didn't really offend me. If they came to me, then I would probably be provoked into doing something. Have no idea what I would do. Probably pick up a bottle and smash him over the head with it. But I've never been in a position where I've had to defend myself physically, never. And I'm sure I'm capable if I was pushed, but I'm strong. I'm only 5'7", but I'm like built like I was like a brick shithouse. So I was strong, but I never was violent, except rugby when I was really violent. But I don't know. Boxing to me as a sport is like hare course. It's like fox. Well, I used to fox hunt, to be honest. But no, I don't like anything that harms anything. You know, that's me. I know I'm coming over as a real wimp now to you Aussies, but I don't like it. I don't like boxing. No, like, oh, it's a knockout. Oh, everyone cheers. Knock the fucker out. That's not good. That's not good. The guy's knocked out. You know, I'm sorry. You may get $500,000 for being knocked out, but all I'm saying is that I just don't get it. I really don't get it, but I understand why you guys do get it. So,
some of those pufters could fight.
there you go. There we go. Well done, Johnny. Yeah, that's all my point is. That's all I hate violence, but I could be violent if I had to be. Oh yeah. If anybody like came, close to my family or me, oh, absolutely. But no, I just don't. I don't know. I'm sorry, but I'm being a bit of a wimp here, but I don't give a shit,
I'm sort of with you, Andy. But I do love, because there is a real skill in boxing.
I get that.
I don't. I do watch MMA, but I don't really like it. It's just too horrible, and I do. Because they all say, there's too many rules in boxing, and an MMA fighter who's good will always beat a good boxer, a similar weight and whatever. But I don't want that. I want the skill of it. If you watch it, if you understand anything about boxing, there's so much skill in it.
I get that.
Most of the time, you're just trying to not be hit. That's why. What's the guy that earned more money than everybody else? He was so good. Can't think of his name. I'm sure the chat will have it. The guy, he's retired. I think he's had a couple of, but his defensive work was so good.
Mike Tyson.
Muhammad Ali.
No, the guy before him. Splash it all over, guy. Splash it all over.
No, much more recent. He's only recently retired within the last 5 years, maybe 10. Doesn't matter.
No, we might as well go back to the Colosseum.
If you follow boxing, it really is a gentleman's sport.
Well, Oxford rules.
I'm going to hit you, and I'm going to avoid you hitting me. It's really, really good. I don't like. Strange enough, though, that some of the toughest guys I met used to come down to my marina when I was living on the boat, and they were from London, and they were amateur wrestlers. I think if you want your child or whatever to be tough, look after themselves, teach them wrestling.
Floyd Mayweather.
That's it. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather. Absolutely.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Dave the Dasher came up with it.
We're separated at birth, mate. But yeah, Floyd Mayweather. Just so good at not being hit and counter-attacking. And that's good. Anyway, look. What was I saying?
It's like a cricketer playing defensive all the time. No.
Mayweather's
okay. Andy, great point. Jeffrey Boycott.
Brilliant.
What do you think?
But the most defensive cricketer the world's ever seen.
Yeah.
Next thing you'll tell us that Jardine was fucking brilliant.
I know Jardine. Jardine.
Now that was Jolene, not Jardine.
Same thing.
I knew that.
Jardine was the English captain in 1932.
Oh, really?
Am I right, Johnny?
It was the Bodyline series, correct?
Yeah, he was the captain, and Larwood was the fast spinner, the ex-miner, who, oh, Andy, if you've not seen Bodyline, it's the best cricket thing you'll ever see.
I know what a body line is on the bowlers thing. I mean, I know all sports. I just don't like most of them. Cricket, I like 2020s, but you know.
You like what?
I like the 2020s.
I hate them.
I love them. I was at the Oval.
A 5-day test match where I can sit down and watch it for 5 days. Yep, absolutely. I'm not joking. I'm not saying it for. I love a test match.
And then it rains. Three days into it, it rains, and you all have to go home.
I reckon cricket is so fucking boring.
Well, I think Perrin hung around.
Fucking sport.
I'm going to the
sit in and watch a good beach volleyball or stuff. I think it's fascinating, or the woman's high jump, or the woman's hop, step, and jump, or jumping over the things and shit. And it's just a slow motion one's really right float my boat. But I like watching the women's football and shit. I know I'm sick in the head, but cricket's just so fucking boring. I just don't get it. And you know,
it's so not boring.
Yeah, not to me, Steve.
I mean, there are boring bits in it. I'll give you that. But there are some bits where it's so good.
Yeah.
When anyway, if nobody's interested, but I absolutely love it. You've got to have the 5 days to be able to watch it, because you can't come into it for 15, 20 minutes and get any fun. You've got to get into the psyche of what's happening. I'll tell you something, and I will do this without mentioning any names, because I can ask a question to the chat. Does everybody on the chat know what it means when a cricket team declares?
They've lost.
Huh?
They've lost, isn't it?
No. God damn. Oh, I can't believe you said that.
When a cricket team declares,
yeah,
well, they've done enough. They've surpassed the opposite team. They're still in play. They declare themselves the winner.
No. They haven't surpassed the opposite team. They're just saying, we've done enough. We don't think you're going to get more runs than us or get us out in the day and a half, day later. We're declaring. And the reason it came up was because whenever England played Australia, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, England declared too early. So they said, we've got enough. We're 200 runs to get away from you, maybe more. And it's not they can't lose, Graham. It's that they're saying, we could draw this game. We could draw it because we can outplay you for the next 2 days. But we're going to declare now so that you've got a chance to fight back. We think we've got enough that you can't achieve it. Oh, shit. You put, because you don't know this, fucking Stu D said, when it came up, he said, what does the declaration mean? Couldn't believe it. Old man asked him, he said, oh, yeah, England declared against Australia 2 years. This was currently. And Stu D said, what does declaration mean? Can't believe you don't know. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. I'm leaving this stream. I'm never coming back. You don't know anything about sports. Declaration just, you've got a chance of winning it. You don't declare, you're going to get a chance of drawing it. Fuck. Right, I'm going to stop my rant. Sorry, guys. I can't believe you're Australians. You should know everything about fucking cricket.
No,
I don't fucking watch it.
It's the most boring game on the planet.
It is, John. I just can't. But look, the thing with me, Steve, is I used to sit down and a little kid with me nappies and shit, and me old man would be watching the fucking cricket all the fucking time. We only had one TV, and I wanted to watch the Thunderbirds. You know, and he just wants to watch his fucking. That's why I fucking hate it so much. You know, and all
okay.
my mates were on about cricket and shit. I just, you know, the one day matches. I went to the MCG and I went up to, you know, you probably know this, Johnny. I went up to the members stand up. It's top notch. It's you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was a 1 day match, and it was interesting. And I did find it because they have to do the 1 day, but sitting down for 5 fucking days, you can put that where it fucking fits. Fuck that.
No, I like all
You've seen,
sport.
you've seen who's in the come on there, John.
So what
In the thing.
you mentioned Thunderbirds. You're not allowed to.
There,
speak.
Andy.
What?
Good day, mates.
Oh, is that Mr. Mike Chef?
Please call me Mike.
Okay, all right.
Talk to me, big boy.
No, I'm not a big boy because I am what I am. So I don't have to pretend to be.
You are whatever you say you are. That's an Eminem song. I am whatever I say I am. It's an Eminem song. You can look it up. Talk to me, Daddy. What's up?
Yeah, I'm live. I'm live. Later. All right. So sorry, I was disturbed there. Listen, Mike.
You need to say you're alive. Say I'm alive. Like Celine Dion. You know the song I'm alive? I'm listening though.
Okay, just listen. The
I'll lower
other
my
day,
testosterone levels for you for a moment.
are you going to overshout me or are you going to let me talk?
No, sir. Yes, sir. I'm listening, sir.
So why on Tricky Knickers did you say that I was part of a P ring that enticed
Bullshit.
sheep along? You did. I've got the receipts. I've got it.
All right.
I've got it.
Okay. Let me explain the situation to you really quickly. Sean the Sheep said to me that I was part of a P ring with RL. Okay. So, which is complete bullshit. So I said, you're part of a P ring with Andy. And he said, come on. I said, you see how that works? You talk shit, I talk shit. It was very obvious that it was a like for like.
No, Mike,
And
it
you were
wasn't.
collateral damage.
No, Mike.
We all know
I
that's
don't-
not true.
I'm collateral damage. What planet are
At
you
that
on?
present
mate?
moment in time, you were.
No,
I'm in
Mike.
London.
Mike,
It's
you're a
1308.
fucker. No, I've taken so much flack from never ever talking bad about you from many people, and I've always stuck by you and never said a bad thing. And then you come up and you say Andy is like two-faced. You said it all. I've got it all on bloody video. Andy is two-faced, and Jazzy as well came over and enticed Sean into a P ring. Now, what's that all about? You tell me. Why did you say that? Because there's no evidence.
I just explained to you, but I'm the elephant in the room, right? Am I right? Am I the elephant in the room?
No.
I was told as a young child, you get the respect you give, sir.
Stop calling me sir for a start, because that is very stupid thing to say. You let me down, Mike. You let me down, and I've got video evidence on that. So why did you say that? Why in your mind would you try to hurt me? Why?
What would you like to call me? What would you like me to call you?
Well, definitely not the P word.
So, sir, Andy. That was between me and Sean.
No,
and
it
if
was
you listen
on
to the whole
public video. It was on a public video YouTube channel that you
correct.
did it.
And Sean was the one to bring it up. You can replay the whole thing if you want. And if you listen to the whole thing,
yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you re-listen to the whole thing, you'll clearly say that I said to Sean, "You see how this works? You talk shit, I talk shit."
So I'm as you said, I'm the collateral damage. Is that how you do?
Let me call you up. Well, are we friends?
No, I use that word loosely.
I didn't think we were friends. I didn't think me and you were friends.
We've known each other for 4 or 5 years. Have I ever
We've
done
known
it?
each other. I don't think me and you have ever been friends, though.
Well, because I've never met you, because you never fucking show up anywhere.
We've never had the chance to get to know each other correctly because,
that's your fault, not mine.
unfortunately,
That's
what
your
happens
fault,
with
not
me,
mine. That's,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
what happens is that you did take a lot of flack, which is not your fault, and it's not my fault either. This is the result of people who are trying to call you a simp just for being friendly with me, and me being friendly with people, they call me a simp.
no, you look at the chat, no one was agreeing with you, Mike. You were the only one saying all that. I'm
I
sorry,
might
Mike.
be in and out here because I'm a working man, so I'll do my best to listen to you, but pardon me if I'm not all here at the moment.
Andy, you've got something up against your keyboard, mate. You've lent something up against your keyboard. You're fucking up.
All right, I'm done with you, Mike, because you dissed me, and we are now not enemies, but I just don't want to know you because you were like
We never had. Let's get this straight, though, Andy. You haven't always been honest with me, have you? You haven't.
always.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. What happened with Global? In Global, you were one of the ones to try to vote me out. So don't try to pretend to be my friend now. Don't do it to me. Don't be a coward. And I've been straight with you now. I'm a straight shooter.
Oh man, stop being like. Listen,
No, is this
Mike.
true? And is that right? No. Can I just ask you something? Yes, sir.
Mike. It doesn't matter how you deflect anything. What you said
It's
the
not
other night.
No. It's your action. My actions towards you is a reflection of your actions towards me. Did you try to vote me out of Global? Did you ask you a question? Did you vote to kick me out? Let me ask you one question, please, Andy. Did you try to vote to kick me out of Global FM? It's a yes or no answer. Everyone on the panel here knows what to say. Yes, sir, you did. So don't call me your friend. And you're right. We were done the day that happened. Good day to you, sir.
So why did you call? He got the last word, you see.
Well, the whole part about it, that's the last word he's ever going to say, because I'll never put him back on, Andy. He's used it. He's used everybody. His perfect statement.
It really shows his lack of intelligence. In that, instead of having a decent argument about with Sean, what he's saying is, I was having an argument with Sean, so I had to kill you to win my argument with Sean. Now, Sean is a decent guy, but it doesn't actually take much to beat Sean in an argument. And all he's saying is, look, I'm a bit dumb. I don't have the intelligence to fight him one-to-one in a boxing match. So I'm going to bring down, and although he says he's not a buddy, we both know he was very involved with it. And if he's saying now, I hated all you fuckers and I didn't want to be part of it, then okay, he conned us. But no, it's just lack of intelligence. He's a stupid man. Has no idea how to argue. He found out he's quite good at doing this shit talking stuff, and then he gets caught out because when he gets into a corner, he doesn't know what to do. He can't argue logically. He can't do anything as a sensible man would do. So what do? I'm just going to call you all names because I'm a 13-year-old bitch. That's what it is, Andy. You were great, mate. Honestly.
I can remember the global day when we voted him out because we were working really hard as we did on WT or Zounds to make a really good channel. And then he would open it every now and then and just shit talk everybody. And he did it one more time more than we wanted, Papa Jib and him. And we all said, he's got to go. And he went. And we did a coup. And that was it.
They're just two dumb cunts who found that if they shout over everybody, they can intimidate people and the weaker people within this. You know, look, I'm not saying that they're weaker, but they're less assertive people in this thing. Go, oh yeah, okay, Mike, yeah, okay, and they calm down. But we don't. You're a cunt, Mike. You're an absolute punch. I've helped Mike out, and I don't know what you've done, but I've had a phone call for a fucking Mike and saying, "How do I do this? How do I do that?" He's a fucking cunt, just using people for, and now all he's doing, he just wants to be relevant.
Well, he used to say to me on a chat, right? Hang on a second. He used to say to me on the chat, Andy, I just want to sit in the background and let the channel run. And he was good at running it in the sense of if we lost the code, he would always bring it back and all that. He did nothing. But when he did intervene, he just shit on all the good work that we were doing. And that's why he went. Papa Jib, the same. Well, not as bad as Mike Chef, but they're sort of like 2 in 1. So that's all I'm saying. And I'm not bringing this up because I have to, only because I have to defend myself. I never, ever, ever have dissed Mike on any channel, ever.
No, I'm
And
the same.
He called me a pedophile. He called me a pedophile.
But no, the problem is with this, we get a gang of people in that. I mean, I guess I'm fairly innocent. I mean, I play my golf game, and we all call each other sir, and well played, sir, nice game. My first introduction to this was with Global, and look, the fact of my naivety is I put my real name here.
Yeah.
I newbie. I've sort of learned, but you can't take back the fact that you put your right name on there. But you have to accept. I always talk about this as a virtual bar. If you go into a virtual bar, you're lucky if you get talking to a couple of people. The other 100 people there, you don't give a fuck about. The problem is with our genre, I hate the word, but the problem is all those 100 people think they know you and they want to have a go at you. It's not, although I like to think of it, it's not a virtual bar. It's where every fucking idiot on the planet can get their 2 pence worth in. They're not decent, honourable people like I would say all of us are on the panel, and many in the chat. They're not normal people. They're fucking cunts, and they're living horrible lives. And the only way they can make their lives better is to try to make our lives look worse, make us look worse. Because
So,
if
I have a
Go on,
sorry, no, have you? Sorry, I thought you'd finished. No, carry on.
Yeah, I know. No, I have. No, Andy. You have the mic.
So my message to Mike Chef is like, apologize for what you said, because I've never said anything as derogative as you said to me. Apologize and say you were wrong, and that's it. If not, I have the receipts. I have your photo. We can easily, not in England because they're too busy now with flags up a pole and everything else. We can easily in Thailand, because Thais hate their ties to be, what's the word?
Defamed.
Defamed. And
Defamatory
yeah, and we have it. And I've because I have mates in DSI and everything else. So, and they said, if you want to carry it on, this guy can get flagged. No worries at all. You have enough evidence. I won't do it. You apologize, Mike, because you've taken on somebody that's I'm not a boxer. I am not a wrestler, but I am a good guy. And you are a guy that I've got so much flack from Capio, Shu D, and everybody else on that side of things that have said, Andy, and I've never ever said anything bad about you. You called me not only a pedophile, you called Jazzy coming to me, to my house, to introduce sheep to a ring of that pea thing. So that is so bad. That is like, it has to be investigated for a start, and I'm clean, so they're not going to investigate me. You are so wrong.
The problem is, Andy, I don't think he'll give a fuck.
No, because he never comes to Thailand anyway. He pretends, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Eddie Booth.
Well, okay. As you guys know, that Mike Chef's a friend of mine, but I've had a lot of fight with him over the years of some of these things he does in India. But saying that about Andy wasn't very nice, Mike.
Eddie
you're
Booth,
a good guy. I
what?
think you're better than that, mate.
Not very nice, Stephen. To be honest, come on, mate. Not very nice is a fucking understatement.
It was defamatory. It was horrible.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm
Look,
just
Andy,
understanding you
right?
100% on this one, Steve. I don't think you quite understand that, but anyway, I'll leave it at that. I don't want to really comment on it, but
No, the
behind
thing
Andy,
is,
100%,
I'm
it shouldn't have
I'm
been
not
done, and it was terrible. But,
Steve. I'm not
the,
trying
the
to.
problem with Mike Sheff is he picks the wrong victim. You know, there's some people who'll take it and fight back and shit. And Mike, be careful who you're saying shit about. Anyway.
Well, the consequences are like, do not underestimate your component, your not component,
Opponent.
your, opponent. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, seriously, it got me. It didn't get me annoyed because it's groundless, but I was disappointed. That's all I'm going to say. I was disappointed because I thought
me too, Andy.
the guy had a bit more about him, not to say I was a P and B part of a P ring with Jazzy that doesn't know anything about this. And Jazzy came over to my house, and then we what's the word? We introduced him to the P ring where he could get young people. He said that live on air.
Not very nice.
Well, that's wonderful. That's really wonderful and creative. I'd expect it out of Mike Sheff. I used to be mates with him and all the rest of it, but it's not slowly but surely. It's been pretty bloody quick to realise he's a very low caliber person. Yes, he's playing the YouTube game, but the people that used to call you their friends, you fucked them all up, Mike. You know, and you just for your own 5 seconds of fame, you're a very shallow person, and that's the last time you'll ever appear on this channel. I can tell you that right fucking now. And you can say whatever you like about me. I couldn't give a fuck, you Mr. Nobody. You are a fucking nobody, Chef. And that's all we got to say about that. Moving right along.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to have brought that up.
No,
But we understand that, Andy. You know, it wasn't very nice what was said about you. The three of us are 100% behind you. Like I said, you know, he shouldn't have done it. But, you know, he's my friend. And, you know, I got a lot of time for him, but he went over the fucking board.
And have a cuddle session.
Yeah, that's what he needs.
Group hug.
Needs a cuddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, got done.
Yeah, moving right along. Who's got something else or somebody want to come on? Otherwise, we'll just say, that's all, folks.
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay.
Rightio. Thanks for watching. Sorry about that.
No. I'm having good fun. I'm enjoying this.
Fucking say something, for Christ's sake.
Well, I did tell you. I said if nobody comes on, I will play my little bit, which is totally away from Thailand, totally away from the drama, and a new subject. But if everyone wants to go to bed, and they have no stamina, no fortitude,
no, we'll play the fucking thing. Play it.
Okay.
And somebody did come on.
Fucking intro, John's out of sight. Fucking play it, Aaron.
I love the skill level and the righto, Steve. Put it up.
I don't include Mike Shepp as a guest. He's an annoyance. Like
right. Some come turned up. Okay.
I was expecting JG or Dave or anybody on here. I like Souths. I like everybody on here.
South's places are fucking like yours is at times, because don't forget he's got a couple of small kids. The South's has already respectfully declined it coming on. Dave's a terrific bloke.
Yeah.
But can you play the fucking clip?
I thought if we get nice guests on here, I won't play my boring bit about First Amendment auditors. But we've got nobody here. I'm still enjoying myself. But look, Johnny, it's your stream. If you want to call it a day, I'm more than happy.
I just like you to play the fucking video and shut the fuck up. Put it up.
There's no video. There's no video. It's all
No,
free.
no,
Freehand.
no.
It's
Perrin,
freehand.
Perrin, can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
That is a subject for another stream, because I think
Okay.
it's a really, really good subject. No, I'm just saying, because I have strong views. I think it's just, well, I don't know.
Look, what Steve's trying to say, let me say something, is in America, you got the First Amendment, the third and whatever. And what they're doing now, they can go into anywhere in public areas and film. Now, what they're doing to get a reaction is they're walking up to people behind counters, they say, let's take a post office, for example, and sticking the fucking camera in their face and just standing there like an idiot, usually with a mask on. And the people are getting upset, I don't want to be on your video, and oh, you're in public area. It's my First Amendment right, and you work for me, you know, and they do that sort of shit. It's fucking sickening. Then they want the police to come to make a drama right out of it. So along come the police, and as a fucking going, don't fucking, you're dismissed, and they talk to the police force like they're fucking idiots. You know, you can fucking leave now. You've done your fucking, you're a fucking idiot. They usually put their finger up and try to get a bite out of the policeman. But this is in the early days. They used to get their bite, but now the police are just ignoring them. But the way to stop them, which has just come out recently, is just play. What they do is they play copyright music over the top of them, so they can't publish it. But it's a great subject, Steve. But if you don't want to talk about it now, we can do it next week. Fine.
No,
but I watch it all
Stephen,
the time. It's fucking disgusting.
Stephen, I have to give you full credit. You came up with exactly my same response.
Yeah, but you sent it to me, though.
I thought I'd be able to give a little talk about it first and then say, so what would you do? It's so simple. I'll make it as brief as possible. Number one, I can't believe all the policemen in America don't understand what the First Amendment means. You know, freedom of press, freedom of talk.
Yeah,
Why don't they fucking understand that? You know, I don't live in America, but I still understand all that. The post offices, they've got a thing on the wall saying poster 7, which says you're perfectly entitled to record, film anything in things. But yeah, Stephen, I'm so impressed. You've come up with exactly the same theory. Look, it's so simple. If you don't want to be, we all know about YouTube. If you don't want to be filmed by these guys, and look, I'll go back a step. There are the various degrees of these First Amendment auditors. Some of them are really shit, aggressive, horrible, dumb guys. But even the best, and I would say in the top 5 would be I'm Against It Press. The father, 5 foot tall, and his son, who is 7 foot tall. And I don't know if you thought the same as I did. You didn't know. That's nowhere is that your son. But I've seen the old guy's wife. She's 7 foot tall as well. So you can see he got all the genes from him. And they do it as reasonably as they possibly can. But they're still fishing for views. I guarantee none of you have ever seen one of those videos where there's not any minor confrontation, or even best, when they get the pepper spray out. They're all playing for views. And so, Stephen, you really did steal my thunder. I was going to ask a question.
Yeah.
It would be so easy that they're outside your little shop, and you don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to talk to them. You just go out and play Hotel California. Hey Jude.
In the dark desert highway. Okay.
Yeah. And you don't need to be aggressive. You just stand there. And ideally, you have what Johnny has, one of these what do you call it, Johnny? Your tab.
GoPro.
You've got a tab, haven't you?
My tablet.
Yeah, what's that called? It's got a name, hasn't it? But anyway, you come out with a tablet and you put on the tablet a video of Manchester United playing Manchester City, and just stick that in front of the camera.
No one would care about that, Steve.
Yes, they would. I would.
Oh, Johnny, I've tried it.
it gets knocked down off YouTube within 5 seconds.
Well, I'd play something like, you know, any of the really royalty grabbers that you know, from the groups from the 80s type of thing, 80s, 90s. So, you know, Leonard Skywood.
Hotel California is the best.
Yeah.
Hotel California, you can't play 5 seconds of it.
On a date band.
There's Stephen's got his hand up.
Okay.
Look, I'll just go. I've been taking down notes as you've been talking, Steve, so I know exactly what to say. To respond to all your comments, the capsicum spray. Now, let's stand at the front of this person's. It was actually, I can't remember, Steve. I think it was a clothing shop, wasn't it? It was standing at the. I think it's the same incident. He's standing at the front. The guy said, "Would you mind going back a bit?" Well, that's First Amendment, right? Blah blah. Can you move back? People can't come in and out. And he sort of pushed his camera a little bit, right, which is assault. So he ended up capsicum spraying him, right, just to get fucking views. And they all do the same shit. You work for me. I want to see you superior, you know. And then the fingers up. They'll drive past a police car and put their finger up to the cops. I mean, the cops will like, what did you do that for? I could do anything I fucking want, you cunt. You know, that's how they'll speak to them and get them riled up. And how much can they take, you know? And then they refuse to give their ID, and you know, and you get other ones going around these, you know, a park late at night, say 10 o'clock at night, with a fucking mask on, standing there, filming the park. So what's that indicate? Well, some sort of maniac. So the police want to know what they're doing there. They're looking for victims. What are they doing? Why are we standing in a park 10 o'clock at night with a mask on and filming? So they ask them that. Oh, I don't have to give you my ID. It's the First Amendment. The other one was, do you know, excuse me, officer, do you know, can you repeat to me the First Amendment? The copper turned around and said to him, yes, I can. Can you tell me the Second Amendment? And it fucking stopped him. The guy was fucked. You got a guy going around with a fucking potato masher playing as a microphone. I can't get that one. That's just ridiculous. But that's what it's like. And, you know, they're abusing the First Amendment to the extremes. How'd you like to work for the government and, you know, you're behind a counter? I think you got something on your keyboard, Andy. Something on your keyboard. You've let something on your keyboard, Andy. Anyway, another thing, you know, if you're walking behind a counter and you're serving people and someone walks right up to you and sticks a fucking camera in your face, that to me is insulting, okay? So whether you work for them or you work for the government, it's ridiculous, you know, to have to put up with that. Another thing... What's the other thing? Look, a lot of, you go in the police station now. The police are enforcements of the law. Now they go out the back and they get in their private fucking cars and they go home. So okay, there's frauders out there filming everything inside the cars, their number plates. So if you really want to check to find out where the cop lives, you can get him later. There's security in the courts. They film people going into courts that have been raped or something like that or whatever. They're filming them. I don't know why the fucking government doesn't just fucking.
What about the Fourth Amendment? Don't use pepper spray. Use lead spray. Boom.
Yeah. That's what it's fucking like. Fuck them.
If somebody's filming you without your you know, knowledge or, you know, and putting it over the internet and stuff, that is against the law.
Another thing,
shove something in your face, I'd just pull a gun out and just go bang. My private space. Fuck off.
Okay. The screens are on in the cars, right? They've got big 10-inch screens with people's personal details. They'll go up and film it. Oh, you should have secured it. Or they'll go to a counter and the lady's got a computer up and looking at someone's details. And they're filming that. And it's fucking nuts, John. And they're allowed to do that because of the First Amendment. People's privacy? How does that fucking work out?
No, I mean, that's the way they are interpreting it. That's the way they are interpreting it.
Yeah, that's the way. In Australia, if you do that, I mean, the cop will punch you in the fucking face straight away if you stick your finger up at him and shit like that. But in America, you can do it. You can do all sorts of fucking crazy shit to the police. And what is it? And one other thing, Steve, I don't know if you've seen this. If they get into trouble or they get people reacting to their like normal citizens to their filming, They'll call the police straight away to protect them. So how does it fucking work out? Where do you draw the line on a cunt?
Nothing's going to change, my love, for
Can
you.
I just add? Can I just add one line? The American police the police in America do seem fairly dumb, though. I mean, I've never lived in America. I don't know all their laws, but I think I know more about their First Amendment, Second Amendment, Third. I'm not so sure about. I know more about those amendments than these policemen do. That's the worrying thing. And they do come across a lot of times as bullies. The English police are cunts as well, but they're not quite as big a cunts, I would suggest.
Well, don't forget, in America, they're working with a load of bloody rednecks.
Right. Yes, good point.
I'm sorry. Oh, that sounds so racist. I'm really
Don't
sorry.
say that, Johnny. I wasn't Johnny. It was Andy, was it?
That was me. Yeah, that is a Johnny comment. But the thing is,
Can I just tell you the best response? I put a Mangaset Press as the top one. The top one is one I don't know the name, but they do the filming and they just sit and chat to like you and me, Andy. We sit on a wall, filming the post office or whatever. And then the policeman comes over and we just carry on talking about football and what we're doing now, or what are you having lunch for tomorrow? And they just totally send the policeman or the policewoman or whatever to maybe not an expression for the rest of the world, but if you ignore somebody in England, it's called send them to Coventry. And they just send them to Coventry. They just carry on the conversation. The police say, well, what are you doing here? They say, well, yeah, they just carry on. That's the best. But I've only seen maybe 3 or 4 of their streams, but they are by far the best. There's no interaction. It's just brilliant.
Better than I don't answer questions, right?
Steve, Steve, I don't know if you watched this one. It's at a petrol. I can't remember the guy's name. They're at a petrol station. There's 4 or 5 cops there, and the guy walks up and he starts filming their bikes. Can we help you there? And, no, you cannot. What are you doing? None of your business. Get on with your work. And he starts arguing with him and shit like that. I think you might have watched this one. And starts arguing with him and fuck off, idiot, and blah blah. Yeah, they talk. And he said, "Look, there's a why haven't you got tape around here?" He said, "We just haven't got the time to do it." And he's going on and just banging. He was very, very rude to the police. And the policeman turned around and said, someone's been killed here, that they got run over by an accident, and you're filming, we're investigating that. I don't give a fuck what you're fucking doing. And he kept going with it, and it was fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know the guy's name? I can't remember his name, Steve.
Can I play a little bit of a devil's advocate? Because I agree with everything you're saying. The thing is that some of these really turn bad. Because of guns. They always have guns, right? So a simple road stop, and you're going, well, they're going a bit heavy on this car. But I've seen so many of them go bad where either they drive off and it ends up in a catastrophe because they've like pit-bulled it and whatever it's called, and they've done that and they've shot the guy, or they get shot immediately. So these guys are like, every time they stop, they're like on their nerves. They are like, because of what's happened before. So the innocent guys, you and me, Clarky, were driving down Wisconsin and, whatever, and they stop us. We are like, oh, what do you want, officer? But that's maybe.
Andy, that's a very good point. And if you watch them, when you see the cam footage from their car, what they do when they walk towards the perpetrator's car, the guy they're stopping, is they always touch the tail light on the left-hand side in America, so that there's evidence that the policeman was here just in case they get shot. So yeah, I do understand that Christ, they're living a life that, I would rather teach English in Bangkok than be a policeman in America, for sure. I mean, the statistics are ridiculous. They all say about, policemen killing black guys.
No, they kill more policemen. They get killed all the time. It's we get mad about small things, angry things that happen in our lives. A policeman goes to work every day and gets shit talking to him all day long.
Absolutely.
So I do, but I still think they should be educated better. They should know how the law works. But they get such limited training because, it's hard. Would you be a policeman?
No, but I'm against.
I mean,
I'm against.
They actually get paid half decent money, and in corrupt states, you get normal constables on $150,000 a month, or $150,000 a year. So there is a lot. Unfortunately, there is corruption in America. But yeah,
I'm against the cops that saying you were doing 4 miles an hour over the speed limit and all that. No, I wasn't. Did you do a speed trap? No, I was following you.
Again? Parents' tips of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Another
thing.
How about the cop who gets to get a fucking, a little old lady, fucking having a bit of trouble fucking crossing the street and carries her groceries for her and helps her cross the street. Now, isn't the moral part of that a booster to the policeman? Or some cunts catch, like, remember what was his name? Huckleberry? Oh, my cat's in the tree. And he pulls out his gun and goes, bang! No, it's not in the tree now. Here's your cat back.
Yeah, but you say...
Another thing that amazes me is when you walk up to a suspected car and they've got the window, they usually got dark windows, and you walk up and tap on the window, shine it down a little bit. But inside that car, they've got a gun pointed at your fucking head. So you've got your hand on your gun, but occasionally you get one of these fucking dickheads that'll sit there with a camera in his fucking hand and pretend he's got a fucking gun. And they wonder why they get their fucking windows smashed and dragged out the fucking car. I refuse to give you, is this a stop? Or what? You know the shit, don't you, Steve? Is this a stop? I don't have to give you my license. Yes, you have to give your fucking license, idiot. But this sort of thing will not be tolerated in Australia. But why do American vloggers continue to belittle their police force and make fools out of them and turn everybody against them? I mean, yeah, some black guy got beat to death. Well, yeah, that was happened once. But how many policemen have been shot in the face? How many of them? How many have been killed because of the First Amendment right? They're not allowed to fucking do anything. So, okay, they talk to a person. Don't leave your hands in your pocket. Take your hands out of your pocket. You can't tell me what to do. Well, okay, shoot him in the fucking head. And, well, what did you have in your pocket? They've got to defend themselves. And these First Amendments don't fucking get it. But, they have the first little argument. They've got to call in a fucking, I want your sergeant here. Your sergeant over you walking around a car park. We've got better things to fucking do than bring a sergeant out here to fuck around with this. There's criminals out there, my friend. That's my speech today. What did you think of that one? Over. You got no sound,
Andy, what did you do to your mic?
Keep your hands away from your keyboard. There you go, mic off, mate.
What did you unplug it, turn it off? Because you're turning it on and it's not on your computer. Were your volumes down or something?
Restart. Yeah, just restart it, Eddie. Anyway. Restart.
No, that kind of stuff, it's got me fucked how those people are alive, because they tried that in Australia. The average person walking down the street, they either beat them to fucking death. Well, we haven't got guns or knives, but they'd get beaten to death.
Yeah. It's all against the police force. It's fucking ridiculous. Put it back on.
The police force. Yeah, the police force is there to, enforce laws, but the whole part about it is to protect the society from themselves.
Exactly, John. Exactly.
But you've got idiots for 5 seconds of wonder. they actually should be just put into the back of a squad car,
Oh, here we go.
driven to the police station, confiscate their stuff. They can
shot
plead
to the head.
the First Amendment to the judge when they're actually harassing people, and that's against the fucking law.
But do you think this is what, before I muted myself accidentally, and I have to watch my keyboard, as Mr. Clarkey said, do you think the police racially profile?
I think they do.
I think they do.
Well, you know, you go to.
Well, yeah, you are all right. Okay, I'll ask you a question. You live in Bangkok.
Yes.
In your time, there's been a roadblock. 15 cars in front of you have driven off.
I go straight through.
Well, you know, the whole part about it, they say, oh, decrepit old bloke. So, you know, but the thing is, a lot of the time years ago, there's a foreigner.
Johnny.
Pull him up.
Hang on. What do you mean a decrepit old bloke? Yeah, no, I agree. No, I understand what you're saying.
No, I don't agree at all. I have sailed through maybe 30 roadblocks. Even when I've got the wrong tax in the window, sailed through every single one. And at some of them, I've been given cold drinks. I think the police here are super. They're very reasonable.
Yeah, very good, Steve. I agree with that. Yes.
Well, okay, let's just go the little step further. The tourist areas.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that.
And just before payments are due for school fees and things like that.
Yeah, I have noticed being a Falang in Thailand gets you through a lot of things that could have gone wrong if you were Thai. Well, this is live, so I'm not going to say anything more than I've been. Think about what I've done before I get home, and then I go through a police check, and they actually salute me. They're come to. That's okay. They don't know
might
why.
be the tank you're driving.
Andy, I've told you this before. It's an old story, but we were stopped, and why are we stopping? It's a very hot day. Would you like a nice drink?
Really?
And they brought. Yeah, honestly, Andy, it's no exaggeration. It's near our old house, which is, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes from us. Yeah, honestly, I couldn't believe it. And the police are more open here. You know, you can go to a restaurant, often do, Thai restaurant, and there'll be a couple of policemen sat down with you. You know, I mean, I did get called. He said, "Where are you from?" I know, what's your name? And I said, Steve. And he said, and I was only trying to, I said, what's your name? Mr. Policeman.
Oh, you didn't say constable.
No.
Constable.
I talked to you this about, I talked to Johnny about this the other day. We talk about the pros and cons of Thailand. In Thailand, you get stopped for speeding. You get maybe a £10 fine and nothing else for, you know, nothing. £10. In England, you get stopped for speeding, which I did many times on a motorbike. You have to go to you either have to pay the fine or you have to pay a smaller fine and then go to a classroom to lecture you on how you should drive.
Rehabilitation, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I much prefer Thailand. You know, anyway, I'll shut up. But it's so much better. And when I say that, I watch Chuck in Thailand. You know, Chuck and Page, and he always says he's been stopped and fined and whatever, or radar. I've done probably 200,000 kilometers here quite easily. I've never had one speeding fine, nothing. I've been stopped lots of times on, you know, the checkpoints. But I went through there.
Hello, Tony.
And I had my tax was out of date in the window.
We had it in a drawer, and so, oh shit, we've got it. Here we are. We just put it in the window yet. Okay, off you go. I think that they are very reasonable here.
Yes.
Well,
the experiences I've had, Steve, they've been very polite.
Say again?
We've got the experiences I've had up here in Lumpung. They've been very polite. There's lots of them up here, mate. I mean, it's a drug fucking freeway, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, there's actually usually two stops in Lumpung, and a third one actually down to one of the side things to the dam and shit, and they're quite friendly. They're not evil or anything like that, but yeah, they just wave you on. As soon as they spot a falung, they usually wave you on.
well, because they're frightened of the language barrier, they're not sure.
No,
There's a lot of things. Right, they don't want a hassle, and they meet a falang, and they go, oh falang, and go, whatever.
Andy, I don't think it's that. I think they're really after the druggies, the youngsters, the immigrants from Cambodia. You know, if you've got a pickup with 6 guys in the back, you're going to stop them.
Yeah, but I don't think they want to be bothered to arrest a falang.
No.
Because they can see the hassle that's going to be there. Arresting a Thai, pretty simple. A falang, complicated.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of reminds me of a story of my wife. The hometown, and you can pull off, head off to the left and kind of around into the market area, or you can go up to the traffic lights to turn left. And a few years ago, she went to the traffic lights and turned left because it was a slightly easier to get to the shopping she wanted to go to. And the policeman kind of, he's there all the fucking time. And he said, well, why didn't you go the other way? And he said, well, can I have a look at your license? Oh, your license is expired. Oh, here's a 500 baht fine. Anyhow, that's fine. Do that. The next year we go back. She goes up around the corner, same copper, and gets fined again. You haven't paid the registration on the motorbike. You forgot to do that. I went up there on my motorbike and pulled up, and I was doing a bit of shit, and he was there, and I just bought some cold water. And I said, would you like a bottle of water? Because his English is very good. And he said, well, thank you for that. And he must have thought I was going to say something about, wife getting booked. And he started talking about it, and I said, well, not my problem. I said, if she that wants to be that dumb not to fucking, put all the ducks in a row, her problem, not mine. Then we sat down on the edge of the sidecar type of thing, your typical Thai sidecar, that, and we're having a smoke and a bit of a talk, and I headed off. Well, the thing is, my motorbike hadn't been registered for years, but he didn't give a shit. Yeah.
Gentlemen, can I just answer Tony Buick?
Yep.
With his question to you, Johnny. Is it falang or parang? And it's a thing that many people get confused with. Their alphabet is totally different to us.
No R.
When you see the writing and see all this, it's because they haven't grown up using the same vocal minds as we have. So the perfect answer to that is that high falang would be able to pronounce the R. So it would be farang. Low Thais, the answer, well, they don't have the education, and they say falang. with an L, which is actually easier for us. But don't judge them on that. It's just the way they've been brought up. It's nothing important.
No, when I'm a country, I drop the R. In Bangkok, I keep the R.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And people always get confused. They say, well, why don't they spell these words wrong? Because you can go to, what's the place on my way to you? I can't think, Andy. There's an L and an R in it. And they say, well, why don't they spell it the right way? It's because it's not their language. Didn't grow up with that. They have totally different voical tones. They speak from the back of the throat. There's lots of different things going. You can't judge them for that. We could be totally wrong.
Oh yeah.
Although I have come across a few Thais that had very good use of the tongue, but as far as speech, in the English language, it's the tongue that actually produces the sound.
Yeah, but you're still judging them. You're trying to judge them the same way that you would judge children or whatever. They learn it very different. Let me give you another good example. They do things differently here. How many of you can squat as if you were going on the toilet? But none of you can. You struggle to do it. Thais can squat through thousands of years of learning to squat.
Yeah.
Easily.
My wife has never worked out why I can't squat to this day.
I've had my hand up for half an hour, you know, you guys.
Well,
you haven't got your camera on, so we can't see.
Up north, they say Falang. That's it. And in my part of Bangkok, they say Falang. They don't say Farang or anything like that. It's just Falang. That's how the Thai say it.
Falang.
Yeah, Falang. Yeah, that's it.
Not lang.
But if you want to say Farang, it's up to you. But people know what you're talking about. Same with Hoi Hin and Wah Hin. Which one is correct?
Well, hang on. It's the same as
Stephen, that's the thing. There isn't one that's correct. And I get angry. I really do. When people say, oh, why do they say Falang when it should be Farang? No, it's not up to us. Their language is totally different.
Parent, I have a question.
Hoi Hin, you know, you got Wah Hin or Hoi Hin, which is correct. One side of Bangkok will say Wah Hin, the other side will say Hoi Hin. So which one do you pick? The other one is Pattaya or Pattaya. Which one do you pick?
Pattaya.
You've got to understand, all you guys have to understand one important thing. They know what you're talking about, the Thais.
Yeah, but
they hear it all the fucking time. If you want to say it correctly.
Any Falang that says Pattaya goes down in my estimation is Pattaya. It's not
Pattaya.
Oh, don't. Pattaya.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not Pattaya. I mean,
it's Pattaya.
Mind you, it's spelled 3 different ways on the way from Bangkok to Pattaya.
Yeah. But
1 T, 1 A, 1 2 A. Oh,
like I'm saying, Andy, whatever you want to say, but the Thais usually know what you're talking about, and they're used to fucking the Falang rule. You know, it's my way or the highway type of thing. But
I get it.
So what's the going? It's Pattaya, is it?
I think
so. We'll call that Pattaya. What are we voting on? Hoi Hin? Was it Wah Hin or Hoi Hin? Which one is it? Come on, guys.
It depends if you're in Soy 86 or fucking up further or backwards further towards Cha'am, to where you call it the Haw or the High or the Who.
The wherefores or the who's or the whys, right? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. I would say, having lived here for many years, I would call it, I know you go, why? But I go, Hua-Hin.
So do I. That's correct, Andy. But you there's one particular vlogger in Wah Hin who says, I've lived in Wah Hin for 10 years. You know, the fucking dickhead I'm talking about, Johnny. Wah Hin. And he's only just recently changed where he's going.
What I said with the Wah.
He's just
in.
Okay. Yep, all right.
But I always call it Hin.
What do you call again?
Hoyhead.
Who in?
Okay, I'll give you my upcountry thing. I just say Waihin.
Oh, well, you know, that's up your way, Steve. That's fine to say that, but you know, people that actually live there and saying Wahin, I mean, fuck me. And you know, in Bangkok they say Hoyin. I mean, up your way they say Wahin. What was it, Wahin?
Well,
I don't know. What is it?
Why who are him?
Hang on. You're getting that soy 86 again. Who in? Who in?
Stephen Monash says, I say
Stephen
who.
Monash. Who's
Stephen
on third?
I
Stephen
say
Monash.
who's.
Who's on third?
I say who.
Another one is Saudi Quap. I hear him say that in some of the blog that I do watch. I don't watch it even, but Saudi Quap. It's Saudi crap. You got to roll the R. That's the correct way to say it. The old language.
Yeah.
Okay, you can say Saudi crap if you want, but Saudi crap. The Australians are the worst at it.
I don't think they really care. I honestly don't.
Even Monash, you know better than that. Spelled with a fucking car, you dumb cunt.
As long as Steve, you're trying to say it, that they're impressed by that. Doesn't matter if it's a mistake or it's not completely correct.
And you still get a nice smile, and you still get. I bought one of these big drinks the other day from a little hut. It's a really weird drink, but it's gorgeous. Where they put loads of shit into it, and then you get all these little jelly balls about quarter of an inch a bit, and they're beautiful. And the girls were laughing because I had one, and it was just enjoyable. It was fun. So like, right, gentlemen, on that note, because I don't have much to say. Johnny, thank you for inviting me on your panel. Andy, Stephen, it has honestly been a blast. I've enjoyed every second of it. And to the chat, you've been absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. Yeah. I'll call it a night, and I'll catch you all next week. Good night, guys. Take care.
Andy, would you like to sign off?
He's dead. He passed away.
Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, bull-headed babies and bastards in the background, we'd like to bid you good night, and we'll catch us next week. And stay safe, and we'll catch you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.